Hi.
Hey, we're
Hello.
live. Hello, everybody,
Hello.
and welcome to our stream for the Zelda 35th anniversary cosplay video that we made back in February.
Mhm.
So first of all, I hope that all of you already watched the video. It is hosted in the same YouTube channel. It is also on Instagram and like Facebook. So allow me 1 second and there you go. So, what are we going to do first? I'm going to give you a small introduction of what this video was about, like how it came to life, and then we're going to watch it together. As um, when when we first premiered it, like the fact that we could also watch them together and make some comments was super great, and we want to share that with you. So, what happened? The lovely person that you see with the witch hat and school kit, she's Sammy, and that's the beginning of everything. That's the person who had the idea, and one day came like, "Hey, why don't we make a pass the brush for the anniversary?" This was towards the end of January, and was like, "Yeah, maybe we can do like some small nice thing with the cosplayers that are currently in the server." Which were like five. But then evolved, and then I think it was, I don't know if it was my idea or Sammy's idea as well. You can tell me, Sammy. When I say I want one character at least from each game, and then with this new goal, we started to look around and just went into a campaign to find cosplayers until we found more than 40, and
Yeah.
we managed to complete one for each game of the games that you can see in our background, going in chronological order. And yeah, that was it. It was a lot of work. It was very, very crazy, and we are very happy to share all the process with you today. So I'm going to introduce my lovely people super fast, just like the name, so you know what we are talking. And then we are going to hear more about them after we watch the video. So in the top right, yes, no, top left as champion link, we have Dr. Segi. In the top right, with our bokoblin mask, we have S cosplay, also name aka Run. In the middle left, we have Chic. She is Zelda Elf 90, also known as Emily. I already spoke about Sammy. Hello, Sammy, with the school kid hat. And below Sammy is Erokins with our lovely Hylian Sidon cosplay. Myself, I am Javan cosplay with my kitty from Triforce Heroes. So again, we are going to know more about each one of us after the video, but let's go to the meat of it. Let's watch the video for the Zelda 31st anniversary. So this is actually my own Triforce lamp. Yay!
Essential.
A bit of a cheat there, so that's why the reason I just kind of alter it a little bit. But it still counts as one of each game.
Yay.
Completely made out of yarn, so epic.
I love them.
The Termina saved my life. I will mention that later. He literally saved my life. Anichi is currently getting her vaccine. Yay!
Yay.
Shot.
Oh my gosh, it's me.
This is my friend from Colombia, just as I am. it was very funny to me how like he kind of beaded the brush, and it just matched with Navi for some reason.
Nice.
Mitsuko, we are going to hear more about it later on.
I'm obsessed with the link in the background of her video.
Yes.
I
So
want it.
big.
Oh, she's so good.
Gosh, she's amazing.
She has a Lionel cosplay. Did you know that?
Yes.
Yes.
So good. It's Sammy! The best soft kid.
Can someone guess what is Sammy's favorite character?
Can you guess?
I could never guess.
Diggy, this is a member, a founding member of our Discord server. Diggy.
Hey,
I
Diggy.
love the dog.
Oh my gosh.
My boy.
He's so good.
The mannerisms are so
Dream
good.
cosplay.
Yes, so creepy.
He went to that pool party con.
He went to
as-
Colossal Con. I
Yeah,
think.
as
Yep.
as the happy mask salesman.
Yeah.
Nice.
I wish it's only
So
uncommon.
Oracle.
We have 23 viewers.
Nice. Oh, she's so good.
Mhm.
Oh,
Yeah,
my
I'm like,
favorite.
I love her.
I was mentioning yesterday that there is not enough cosplay
Ah, I
from
love
the
Medley.
Toon game. That Medley, she's so beautiful. She has a Zelda from Breath of the Wild as well. Oh, Sergio,
This is my
our
favorite
MVP.
one.
Yeah, this
Great.
is definitely my favorite. It's so good. Funny.
I was so happy when Otherview accepted to be on the video, and ever more when she sent her video. Same with Tiger Festival, because Eslo is not represented enough in our community.
Aw.
Bati.
I love Buddy.
Look so surprised. Oh,
Yay.
good
Oh,
devil.
she's gorgeous.
Gorgeous.
Big shout out to Alingo.
Oh, love me now.
Super supportive, super nice, and look at that helmet. It's absolutely amazing.
I love the moss. And so the cat.
Mocha from Colombia.
No, so did the cat before.
Yeah, the cat, but the cat is also called Mocha. Our friend here, Print, has a big following in the different social media where the video is posted. Everybody loves
I love
This
this
one too.
Guitar.
Hard.
Rob Girl
Best.
Wolfling.
Why did you do a guitar?
Why not?
Why not?
Full horse.
Yes.
Yeah.
So good. So
I
good.
love
Yeah, I
that
love
Grindtastic. Oh my gosh.
Look at that sword.
That is gold.
Just everything about Dark Link is
I love this so
Line
much.
Ah, yes.
This is how I really feel inside. This is my
really
real
transformed with that one. Just like,
feeling. Ron, look at you.
there you are!
Oh god.
Yay, Ron.
I like this one too.
Comes
She's
in
great.
1 month. The age thing comes. Yeah. Hello, everybody in the chat.
Oh, I love
Pink Lunky.
the apple.
The humor ticks.
I was super happy when I got Pokemon Master trying to find all the Pokemon and give him a catch for me.
For real.
Just as Ravio looks so cute. He dances. I love that.
Catch him off. Kind of magic.
This, I want you to know, guys, this Zelda, this is her first ever armor.
Oh my gosh.
Awesome.
Insanely good.
My
Incredible.
armor looks like garbage.
So good.
No, don't say that.
No, your armor's not garbage.
It feels like garbage when I wear it, though. It's so uncomfortable.
Oh yeah,
That's
that,
armor though.
It's
That's
armor,
branded
yeah.
with armor, yeah.
I got no torso movement on the thing.
Super cute. Oh, Sammy, again, I absolutely love your wig for this cosplay.
This is
It
Yes.
so much
amazing.
volume.
I think I hit my camera once when I tried to film that.
Same.
This is the cosplay I'm wearing right now.
Noise.
Yay!
Very well done.
Nobody recognizes this cosplay.
Everyone's
Ever.
gonna say you're Peter Pan. That one's just
Oh,
begging
she's
to
Peter
so
Pan,
good.
mate.
Oh,
I can
she's
Peter
so
Pan.
good.
Akaki Yoga.
I love her.
We managed to get every single Zelda outfit, and that's so impressive.
Yeah.
We got all of them.
Oh yes, Art of
Moni,
the Wild.
Moni, you are awesome.
I
We got
love
that
hers.
edition.
She's like special effects. Yes,
Yeah.
Yes.
it's her background is like
Absolute pro.
envious. I want it.
Mhm.
Yeah,
I like this one too.
I
Oh,
mean,
yeah.
it was
Mhm.
snowing that day. It's just so perfect.
Right?
Took
She's so
advantage of that
cute.
one.
Hey, Dr. Steggy!
Look
Look at that shield. Everything.
Nice.
And our obligatory Gerudo vibrator.
Of course.
Got it.
Hey,
Edo!
there you go.
So well
Quickly
done.
throwing on that outfit.
Gina, this was also a big. I was
Ah,
getting very
Ah.
sad that we were not finding Urbosa, and then she appeared and saved the
She's
day.
amazing.
Yes.
Our good friend
Our little
Mifa
Mifa.
Bacon on TikTok as well.
Mm-hmm.
Little
Edo again!
sibling.
Yes! Simp, simp, simp.
Yeah.
It's
One shark
absolutely
man.
epic cosplay. Be ready.
ah, Cass.
So
I love it. I just love the helmet. She's so good.
And
Oh, I love her.
I love this one too. This is great.
then Brad,
Transformed the whole scene.
It me.
look at that wing.
Oh, she's so
And then
good.
the kids gonna. We're going to know more about them later as well. I love her. And we get our canon representation here. Sorry for the spoiler, but
Mm.
look at this.
Oh,
Ah.
yes.
The sword glows.
So good.
Other person who saved my life. I will talk about that later. But she's also got an aged ancient armor that is incredible.
Mm.
Oh, here we go.
Here we go.
Boom boom. Link and then Saverick. I love that armor.
Oh my
Mm.
gosh.
Best part.
Saverick, our
Yes.
There we go.
So what?
boy. Yeah.
Yes. Oh my
We
god.
love you, Saverick.
good.
We love you.
Oh my goodness. So good.
So
So good.
Yeah.
Yee.
Woo!
So good. Everybody did such amazing work. Thank you so much.
Yes.
It's so
It
good.
never gets old, you know.
No.
After
it doesn't.
it has
Watch
been
it.
like March, April, May, June, and it's still like it's so exciting. And I edited this video.
Yes.
So I
Mhm.
actually have watched it many times. But like the video.
If you think any of you have watched it a ton,
If-
yeah,
if
Bond's watched
someone-
it more.
If someone should not be impressed anymore, it's me. But I just get theory every time. It's like we did so good. Anyway. Yeah, so that was the video. It is available in our YouTube channel, in this same channel, so you can watch it anytime. And now I want to introduce better our lovely panelists today. So I'm going to start again with Sammy, and the reason is because again they were the ones who got the idea at the very beginning. So Sammy, tell us about yourself. And your relationship with Zelda. How did you get into Zelda?
I think I don't remember that much, but I think I remember like watching like Game Grumps first playing Zelda, and then it just like kind of spiraled from there. And then Breath of the Wild came out, and I'm like, I want to play that. So I did. And then I found Majora's Mask, and I found my favorite character ever, as we can tell, the happy mask salesman.
Obviously, it's
Obviously.
Tingle. This is
It's
Tingle.
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 Yeah.
It's
Oh,
really
absolutely.
yeah.
I love Skull Kid, and Skull Kid was actually my second cosplay I've ever done. So very proud of
Wow.
him.
Nice.
Wow.
Yeah, and how did you get into cosplay? Because one thing, like being a passionate about video games, not always falls into cosplay, you know. So how did you get into cosplay?
Well, I like dressing up for Halloween just in general, and then I got into like anime more, and like started watching anime YouTubers a lot, and then I just learned the word cosplay, and I'm like, ooh, that's fun. And then I made my first cosplay, which was Ruby Rose from Ruby, RWBY. And then I wanted to make the mask to put up on my wall, and I'm like, I want to make the whole costume. So that's how that happened.
Excellent. And we saw 3 different versions of it, with the bone mask, with the full Majora's mask, and the black light version. So I have always been curious, how did you get the idea of the black light version, the glowing version?
Well, originally I was like, well, his eyes glow, but I didn't know how to do LEDs, so I just put paint on it. And then it went from just painting the eyes to then just painting the mask. I was trying to get pictures of me in the whole costume, and it wouldn't show up with the whole costume. So then I had to put paint on everything.
There you go.
Domino effect.
You got it. Yes, and we see behind you, like next to your shoulder, we see a friend there, which is your second to last project. We are going to talk about your very last project later on, but you have been making cosplays for how long? Just so
Oh.
people can grasp how fast you are
No kidding.
Yeah.
and how fast you improve as well, because this is insane.
So I'm trying to think. So I usually calculate it by like what conventions I've gone to. So I went to like my first con, which was with my first cosplay in 2019. So I've been doing this for
2 years?
I'm bad at
Mhm.
math.
2 years.
2 years or so. Yeah. 2 or 3. Something like that.
Absolutely insane.
Yeah.
This gown that you see, of course, is Royal Zelda from Breath of the Wild, a very, very complex project.
Mhm.
And Sammy completed it in like 3 weeks, which was
Yeah.
absolutely insane.
Yeah.
I said
So-
I was going to complete it in less than 2 months, and I just completed it in 3 weeks.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
didn't even take the whole month.
No chill whatsoever.
Insane.
You went a
He
month?
runs.
I don't think so.
You are absolutely insane.
Like, this will
Speed
take
run.
me like 3 years. Maybe.
Yeah.
I am a very, very slow worker. But that's for another day. Anyway, so thank you very much. Now let's going with the theme of the masks. Let's talk with Ron now. As you can see, Ron has a lovely mask there, but it's not the only mask that she has. So hello, Ronnie. Please introduce yourself and tell us about your relationship with Zelda, and of course with your project with Phantom Zelda as well.
Yes. Hi, everyone. My name is Ron. I'm AG Cosplay. I started playing Zelda when I was 6, 7. So I played the first game on NES. Yes, I'm very old. So it's been a very, 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 very long love story. Actually, did not start cosplaying before 2016. I've been LARPing in the late 90s, early 2000. So I already like experience with costumes, but I really started cosplaying in 2016. The story behind this, it's also a very long story. Because I absolutely love like all Zelda could possess the phantoms in Spirit Tracks. I love the armors also already in Phantom Hourglass. I've been obsessed with this armor for a long time. And then I got Breath of the Wild, and in the DLC there was like an updated version of the armor. I'm like, I'm doing it. And I did. And that's it, I guess. What's more about me? I'm mostly a prop maker. You can see like the amount of stuff I have there. I love making shields. I recently made a cuckoo. Also,
Yay.
yeah. What else do we have here? We have like the hot container there, and all this is like all the templates for this stuff you can find on my website, and it's for free.
That is a big thing with Ron. Ron is the most generous person on earth, and you can find like a million patterns that are absolutely amazing and very useful for free in her website. So 100% would recommend that. You really don't find such patterns anywhere else.
And later today, I'm gonna reveal a new one, an exclusive one.
Nice.
But that's for later.
Later today, expect it. Go and follow. Right. So let's move on. And I'm going to choose next Emily. Hey. So hello. Hello, Chic. Tell us about yourself, about why Chic, and what do you like about Zelda?
Oh, wow. I guess Zelda has been a part of my life for a really, really long time. I got into the game really when the Nintendo 64 came out. And my grandpa gave me the console and the game as a reward for helping him build a deck on the back of his house with him. So instead of paying me, he got me video games.
Nice.
Good payment. Good payment.
Yes.
I support the parenting skills of your dad.
My grandpa's the best. Yeah, and then just me and my sister would sit on the couch and play, and she would be on the computer looking up how to defeat the difficult parts of the game, and I would play. So that was kind of a cool bonding moment for us. And I don't know, I just really fell in love with Sheik when we were playing the game. And I just love the whole, well, we didn't have a whole lot of lore back then behind the Sheikah clan, but like just a girl being, or a princess being disguised as a kind of androgynous like ninja type person who could really kick butt was just such a cool concept to me, and I've always loved her a lot. So she was my first Zelda cosplay, and man, I made the beginnings of this cosplay back in 2014.
I think we have a photo of that. We can show a photo of
oh
that.
my gosh,
So if we can please show this Zelda Elf Chic 5, we are going to see the beginning of everything.
Yes, you can go ahead and put that up.
Yeah, the number 5.
There
There you go.
There she is. Oh my gosh, in all her old glory back in my parents' basement. It was great. No, yeah, I didn't have a wig or anything. No, nothing. Even that's how I wore her to my first convention that I went to as well. It was great.
Yeah, and this ties with I see in the chat we have hello Levi. So we have this person Levi who is interested in to start getting into cosplay, and one of the things is that you see people like with all the things on top, and you say it looks very hard, but we all start somewhere, and we improve from there, and in any way we have a lot of fun from the very beginning because I mean, you may see like, oh, maybe I don't have a wig, maybe I can't use contact lenses. But I'm having a blast. So from the very beginning is really exciting. It's fascinating. And Levi, we are going to talk a bit more about like our beginnings into cosplay and how the cosplay community is and how you can get and join us later on. But I'm very glad that we have this image of Emily because it's like, hey, everybody starts somewhere, and we can go to very incredible lengths and have a lot of fun on the way. Amazing. All right. So speaking of people in cosplay, we are not going to spend too much time. Let's go then to Dr. Steggy. Hello. Um,
Hello.
tell us about your own journey into cosplay and Zelda.
So I'm really sort of still new to Zelda. I'm also very old. There was no Zelda. No, there was no Zelda when I was 12. That's the Zelda you like. It didn't exist when I was 12. So what happened is I didn't get into Zelda until 2018. And what happened was I was actually Pokemon curious, and I bought a Switch because there was a Pokemon console game coming out. And the game wasn't out for a couple months, so I ordered a copy of Mario Kart with the Switch because we used to play that a lot on our Wii. And for some reason, they didn't ship together. So I got the Switch, and I was like, I have this great toy, and I don't know what to do with it. So I went on Facebook and whined about this. And a bunch of my friends were like, oh, you should try Breath of the Wild. And somebody said, I really like horses. And somebody said, there's really great horses in that game, and you would really like them. And I'm like, okay. So I trucked down to GameStop and bought Breath of the Wild. And the only thing I knew was I wasn't playing a character named Zelda, and the water temple was bad. That's all I knew.
Yeah, that's the base knowledge. Yeah.
I knew nothing about it. And I popped it into my Switch, and like a half hour later, I was like, well, this is a lifestyle now. It took me about a year to get to this point. Because the following summer, I got too far as like, I want to do more than just wear t-shirts. So I bought a sword. And then I was like, this is cool. What do I do with it? And I decided, well, let me try this cosplaying thing. And the first convention I went to was very, very tiny, very, very local. And I was terrified because I was sure I was going to get there and somebody was going to be like, you are too old for this nonsense and you need to go. And no one did that. Everybody looked at me and went, okay, that's cool. You can come hang with us.
Yay.
So the next thing I went was New York City Comic Con, and that was fabulous. Just because people would light up when they saw me and they wanted to take pictures, and it was just, I got written up in Zelda universe, and it was fabulous. And I was like, this is great. And I made all these plans, and then 2020 happened. Yeah. So I spent most of 2020 making more stuff. I made the crap behind me. And learning how to do TikTok and take selfies and all of that kind of crazy nonsense. And I've found you guys because you would all help me.
Yeah, I actually, the Daybreaker that you have behind you is still my favorite prop of yours. I absolutely adore that shield.
Thank you.
I don't quite remember how did you get to the Hyrule Hideout Discord server?
I was on the server that existed before the Hideout.
At the Sanctum. Oh,
Yeah.
right, all right. Yeah, we had a server before. It was called the Sanctum of Hyrule.
Yeah.
Long past. Anyway, and let's go with Edokins. Hello. Tell us about your relationship with Zelda, and why did you pick up Sidon?
So I'm new to Zelda as of 2017. I watched a video online with Sidon in it and went, oh, I gotta get a Switch. I gotta get the game. That's something I need in my life. And picked it up and immediately went to Zora's Domain. And I don't know, since then I did the first cosplay I did was the Champion Link, just because it was more practical and easier. And through playing the game, fell in love with Link. And then I was at a convention, someone was selling their old Hylian Sidon, and I saw the pieces and went, I can brainstorm enough with this, and picked it up. I think it was in 2017, I think, and spent a couple years, no, I picked that up in 2018. I spent a year brainstorming it and took theirs apart. I recycled a couple pieces and then made a shit ton more pieces, and here we are.
Yeah.
I've been cosplaying since 2012, so it's kind of a whole spectrum of what I've done.
You have, and I must mention this, an absolutely incredible Yugi from Yu-Gi-Oh! That wig is no joke. And you all look amazing. Also, another fantastic cosplay of yours is Edward Elric from Full Metal Alchemist.
Yes.
So yes, remember everybody, follow all these lovely people. And well, we are going to see your Royal Guard link later because you made two characters. And this
Yes.
is something that I have to touch on now because I must say something about myself. And the reason why there are 5 characters might be in the video. So
Yay.
I got in contact with Zelda through Majora's Mask. I live in Colombia, where is it's a tropical third world country where consoles are really expensive. So I must say I sailed the 7 seas, if you know what I mean, for being able to play Zelda. So the emulator, the ROM just came to my lap one day, and I absolutely fell in love with the concept, with the masks, with the transformations, and I was like, Zelda was always in my mind ever since, despite the fact that I couldn't really play it. So I went like sometimes to friends' houses who had consoles, sometimes with emulators, little bits. I watched a lot of gameplays. Majora's Mask is still my favorite game. And when I first got in contact with the concept of cosplay because of a very small convention in the National University, I said, I want to cosplay Link, young Link from Majora's Mask. This is what I want to do, but I don't know, I don't have the skills. I don't know how to sew. I don't know. I was like 13 years old at this time. I don't have the skills, I don't have the resources, so I'm going to try with stuff that I have in my house. And I didn't cosplay Link until 2017. Like I was doing cosplays of other stuff, just always thinking, Link, wait for me, I will get there. And I finally cosplayed Gerudo Link from Breath of the Wild in 2017. And ever since, I have made more and more cosplays. We can actually show the vast majority of them. I made a little collage. If we can show the Javan 35th collage, please. Um, so I just kind of made a lot of stuff through the years, with
Wow.
some cursed cosplays along the way. And of course, you can see Breath of the Wild Link is my absolute love. I really identify with him. So there is one a version of Wild Link that is not there. I'm going to show it later. But now, why did I cosplay the Link from the Zelda 1, Zelda 2, Oracle of Ages, Triforce Heroes, and Linebeck from Phantom Hourglass? It was because we didn't find cosplayers who could do it. That is, I'm going to be very honest, that was the reason. I wanted one character for each video game, and we didn't fight from those video games. So I just kind of speed run, as I never do, because as I have said, I'm a very slow cosplayer. Um, and in 2 weeks, and I shot all of them. Linebeck was actually the day before. So on the 20th in the morning, I was putting on Linebeck. Well, I actually love him. I think he looks great. But
He
I
does.
maybe I will revisit it. I don't have the wig anymore. But I may revisit in the distant future. Anyway, so yeah, the reason why I have all these cosplays is because we didn't find people who could make them, or who still had them. Because these are not as popular games. But that's fine. That's perfectly fine. It's a very long, like the franchise is well 35 years old, so it was just normal that some cosplays were not available. From all of those, my favorite is the one that I have on right now.
Aw.
I always have loved the Kokiri, and like all this idea of the forest, the notion of the fairy boy, that Malon says in Ocarina of Time. So yeah, I really like, and the hat that will never show, I also love it. The other that I have that maybe we can show it is the Climber Link. So that's the very last cosplay of Zelda that I
Yes.
have done. Um, and yeah, it has been like I have so many outfits of Breath of the Wild Link that I started to mix and match them. So what you are going to see in my social networks is basically me just making combinations as you do in the game. Um,
Yes.
I love all of them.
And that's like what we are going. Oh, thank you. I see in the chat that Yarntastic is saying that she likes the Lineback one. Thank you. Yes, it's a very funny character. And I think the cosplay looks very like Link. I love Link, but he's just like a blonde, blue-haired boy, you know. But Lineback has a very unique design, and that's something that I really like about Zelda. That you have characters with very special designs. Right. So we have some videos sent by some of the participants. Oh, thank you, Michael. But we're going to show them later. Let's not like overwhelm everybody with introductions. So at this point, I think if in the chat anyone wants to touch a specific point or talk about something in particular, let us know. Um, I, on my own, I would like to tell some anecdotes of the video and the reason why Termina saved my life. But first, something I think we can touch on something now that I saw the gallery. Um, if you noticed in the video, in the upper part, you have the name of the character and then you have the cover of the game. But the sequel to The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild doesn't have a cover yet, not even after E3. So you currently you can see it to the side, but let's show it like big for everybody to really notice. Let's show the one that is called sequel cover. Um, and we can speak a bit about what is going on with Breath of the Wild 2. So this is what I use as cover in the video. Thanks for nothing, Aonuma.
Yeah.
That's like my favorite joke in the entire thing.
So great.
Yeah, I absolutely love that.
So great.
Fortunately,
I
don't have
was
anything.
like angry. I was actually angry because I couldn't like do the same nice thing that I had done with all the other games. And then I got this idea. I think Ranger, who is one of the admins of our Discord server, kind of suggested the idea. I am under the impression, and I was like, yeah, I don't know, I'm going back at you. But now we have new information about. No, don't say that. In the chat, they are saying that the game will come up in 2025.
No, don't
No.
curse us.
Don't jinx this for us.
That's mean.
Don't put that out into the world.
So mean.
No, please. But we
Me
got
and my
a new
sliver of hope.
cinematic. And we got a new cinematic with some new information and also new things to look at. And there is a couple people in this call, or in this panel rather, that have interesting things in regards of that. So let's go back to our cameras, and Sammy and Ron, whoever wants to go first, let us know what has the new information about inspired in your craft.
I can start if you want, because mine's going to be quite fast.
All right.
Can you show the what was it called? Sorry.
It was teaser shield.
The teaser shield. That's it. Thank you.
Let's wait.
Yes. So I love shields. I make a lot of shields. And so this week I made this shield.
Yeah.
So pretty.
So good.
So good.
So insanely good.
And the template for this beautiful shield is available for free on my website. You're welcome.
Just plug in your
Round of
website.
applause, round of applause. Let's go back to the big camera so maybe people can see the shield bigger. So Ron, if you could show it again. So Ron literally came into the Discord chat for cosplay. Like we have a channel for cosplay. Said like, who can give me like a couple good shots of the new shield? And I was like, hey, I can do that. And like 1 hour later, she posted the pattern already. He was like, that's so fast, mate. So yeah,
So
if you're
good.
interested in getting ahead with your cosplay plans, you can go to the blog and download the pattern for free. Other person who got into work immediately was Sammy.
I literally saw the trailer and like we were all on on a Discord call together. At least some of us were, and and like only a few minutes after the trailer dropped, I had ripped the dress off the mannequin and was throwing fabric on it because I'm like, I have the fabric for this. And I actually finished up basically the draft. You can open the Breath of the Wild 2 link, the second one, link 2. I think that has a better image of it. So it's a very rough
Dang.
draft, but I kind of have the idea going and I'm really excited.
Oh
I have
my
like
gosh.
I mean, you are going off like 3 pixels in a
Yeah.
low res trailer.
Yeah, really.
This is insane.
Crazy.
So you can see the tattoos or malice or infection, we don't know anymore. The Shiton, it's a very like I absolutely adore this version of Link. We were talking with Edokins the other day of how
Oh,
like empowering it feels, how kind of free he looks. And
Yeah.
and
so
how yeah,
free
like
and ready to roll and
he has no pants,
no,
no pants, no care in the world.
barely wearing a shirt, has half his chest out. Just
Gotta
yeah,
get that
like
breeze.
he doesn't
Mhm.
care anymore. It's just like I'm going to fly free, and I mean free. And pretty sure both Edokins and myself will have this version of Link later.
Yep.
We don't have the speed, Sammy's speed, but that's fine. Each one will at their pace.
Give us each a year or two and we'll be
Yeah,
there.
just like Breath of the Wild will come. Well, the sequel will come in 2022. My cosplay in 2025 because no, like no. Anyway. Right, so we keep working on Zelda. We keep enjoying ourselves with the different characters. One of the big things that we do is interact with TikTok. So let me very briefly explain how we kind of met each other. So some of us were already in the Discord server, and I had invited them through TikTok. So that this is the case of Sammy, and this is the case of Edokins. So Dr. Stegi, I had forgotten, but yes, you were in the Sanctum. So the Sanctum was dedicated to Zelda as well. It was a hybrid of theory and fan creation. But it was a bit more like serious in terms of like activity than the hideout. So the hideout is pretty chill. It's mostly a space to hide out and chill. Um, but yeah, so we were there, and then when we started to look for people, I think I don't remember quite, but I think both Emily and Ron were on Facebook, if I'm not mistaken. If it was not Facebook, then it was Instagram. Um,
I
because I
think
went like every
Sammy
week.
actually invited me, I think.
I did
Ah.
a full call out, I think, on my account. I'm like, we need people.
hmm
And you're like, I
Mhm.
want to do it.
Yeah, 100%. I thought you guys would have already had a bunch of sheiks already. So I was like, please let me do my sheik.
And we were like, we have no chic. Nobody remembers this poor
We
person.
need it.
No, that's a lie. So, and then I am pretty sure Ron was through Facebook. And that was a funny story because, well, as you can see, some already had their cosplays completed, like it's the case of Edokins, or well, Emily, or Dr. Stegi. Others made it in a speed run, like it's my case with all the cosplays. Sammy already had Skull Kid, but she made Lana during
Yeah.
that week.
Mhm.
Ron, you already had started Phantom Armor, but you didn't have it completed. So that's a funny story as well.
Yeah, basically, what I had completed was this and this.
Yeah.
Wow.
And that was it. So yeah, I was like, oh gosh, I'd love to participate, but my costume is not ready.
Yeah,
What are you
and it
talking
was
about?
it was a baffling moment of like trying to, like I said, like the front is ready. That's enough. Like just
Yeah.
go for it. And Ron was like, but I haven't finished the detail in the heel of the left leg. And I was like,
No one's gonna see it.
like, no,
God.
At that point, I did not even have started on the legs. I did not. I haven't even started on the arms. I just at this. I was just like complete with this, and I'm like, okay, maybe if I complete the arms, I can do something. So within a week or 10 days or something like that, I completed like all the arm pieces plus the beautiful skirt that you see here. So I was like, yeah, I'm ready. Let's do this.
yes, and like you completed it later, and we can show that. Let's show the 8C Phantom number 2, which I think it's a full body.
Yep.
So as you mentioned to me later on, like this experience of like participating in the video also kind of gave you like the energy to pursue a professional photo shoot as well, which is where this image comes from. So how was that experience of the photo shoot? Because I don't think you had a lot of those before.
First, I never ever participated in any video on the internet before the Pass the Brush. I also never ever made an armor in my life before this one.
Mm.
So that's my first armor suit. And yeah, and that the picture that we see there on the screen, that's my first ever photo shoot. And the photographer is actually a friend of, he's the husband of my of a colleague I had, and it was a lot of fun. We had a lot of fun going shooting there. It was super cold, so although I'm in full armor suit, I'm freezing my ass off.
Oh no.
You can't tell. You can't tell.
This is Sweden, guys. It's like when we finished the photo shoot, it started snowing. So it's like, okay, now we have to go. Yeah, but so it was fun. It's like I had to climb on a cliff in full armor suit. If we can see that also. That's the number. This one, yep.
I love that one.
I love that one.
It was fun. It was just like a lot of fun. And doing everything for the first time is just like super fun.
It's a lot of new. And regarding that, we have one. Let's show one of the videos that some other participants who, well, not everybody could join the panel because you see we are 40 something people, but let's show Meryu cosplay. So she is the cosplayer of Cass.
Hi, I'm
she's
Mary
got a
Cosplay.
similar
I was Cass in the video. When I was first asked to be a part of the Pass the Brush video, I was a little bit hesitant to participate. Videos are really outside of my comfort zone, and I've never done a TikTok video before. I had no idea how to put together any of the lighting or any of the setup, but I am so glad that I decided to jump for it, and it's been such a great experience. This project connected me to so many like-minded Zelda fans and cosplayers from around the world. It allowed me to explore a new medium of video that I hadn't really explored before, and it also allowed me to show off my Cass cosplay that I worked hundreds of hours on and that no one at any convention got to see. Thank you so much for inviting me to be a part of this video. I really hope to do some really cool stuff like this in the future. If you'd like to follow me, I am Mary You Cosplay on Instagram and Facebook, and I hope to meet many of you when we can get together for cons again. Thanks, bye!
Yay.
Oh.
Aw.
It's a very similar experience. Never done a video before, didn't like mess around with TikTok or anything. And you see this absolutely stunning cosplay of Cass. That when I learned, because I didn't know that she hadn't been able to take it to any con before. Like this is not the first time like the world see these cosplays, because this cosplay was featured in Cosplay Real magazine. So
Wow.
that I know. But we are like this outlet and this opportunity of kind of share with other people that such an amazing cosplay didn't have the chance to see the light before in this way. And it's a bit like the phantom armor as well. So the phantom armor was a process. It was your first armor, you do your props, but this was an opportunity to say like, hey, and to get like at least the other 40 something participants saying like, whoa, that's amazing.
Thank you.
So this is something that it really brought me a lot of joy, like organizing this project, is the possibility to show to, well, not the world, we are not like the most famous, we are not Disney Plus, but to have this chance to feature work of people who maybe don't have huge followings, or that have not done something before and therefore have not been seen in certain way before. And this was the chance. This is also similar situation with Saverick. So Saverick is the person who made a Red Dead Ganondorf, the one that is labeled as unknown because we don't really know his identity yet. So he's mostly a prop maker, just as Ron is. And so he kind of had a fit like Ron and Sammy had when the first trailer came out and said like I have to this guy. So he did the whole thing and took it to Atlanta Comic Con, I think, and nobody saw him again. And when I said like, hey, I remember this photo that I saw like in a Facebook post 2 years ago. What if we try to find this cosplayer? And Erokins was like, got you. So
Got
Erokins,
you. Get that Twitter hookup.
yeah, so Erokins actually found this cosplayer and he replied through Instagram. And he was like, but I have never done a video before. I don't know how to do this. And I was like, just please do it, mate. This is the best ending we could possibly dream for this video. So just I kind of give him the indications, and he sent me two takes, and was like, hope it's all right. And it's you already saw it on the video. It's absolutely amazing. So yeah, it's like that opportunity of experimenting with things that we maybe have not done before. I think on getting also some equipment, because I think Dr. Stegi, you got a backdrop for this video, right?
I did. Well, I had the backdrop, but I actually went and got a couple others that are easier to use after doing that video, because it was like, oh, this is kind of fun. I should probably do some more of these. I'll probably be doing some more of these after we get done here too, since we're already in the gear. Like,
nice. I think a lot of us have that
I think
plan.
a lot of us are gonna do that.
Yeah, like take advantage.
Yep.
Right. Well, let's then show, because there is other person that maybe hadn't so much looked at these new outlets for their work, and this is Yarntastic. So Yarntastic is the one who made Bunny Link and made also Link from Twilight Princess with Epona. So let's show the video of Yarntastic.
Hi everyone, I'm Yarntastic Cosplay and was featured twice in the Zelda 35th anniversary cosplay tribute video. So I was Bunny Link from A Link to the Past and Link and Epona from Twilight Princess. Quick presentation, I'm a cricketer, a fiber artist, and a cosplayer, and a huge Zelda nerd. So over the years, all these passions kind of merged together and kind of led me into cosplaying as Link. So to date, I have completed 4 Link cosplays and I'm currently working on a 5th one. The thing I love about using solely yarn for my cosplays is that it's kind of an unusual material for cosplaying, and it really opens the door for a lot of possibilities because, well, obviously I have to adapt everything for creating my cosplays. So whether we're talking about boots, clothing, gloves, props, swords, shields, anything, everything, and I really have to adapt everything and to redesign stuff. So that's kind of the thing I love about cosplaying as Link, is that the character is so well known, even if I completely disregard the original designs and do my own stuff and be extremely creative, the character is still recognizable. So that's what I really love about cosplaying as this character. So another really awesome aspect of cosplaying and crocheting and being part of the Zelda fandom is that it allowed me over the years to really meet new people. And the thing is, I'm kind of extremely shy and timid in real life, and just cosplaying and meeting new people, it really helped me gaining self-confidence in myself. And one of the amazing parts of cosplaying in the Zelda fandom is that I can take part in a lot of random projects that are really awesome. So for example, I have a friend of mine, Sheena Cosplay, who was also featured in the Pass the Brush video. We kind of wanted to do a Link and Dark Link duo, and obviously my cosplays are made of yarn, and Sheena didn't know how to crochet, so it was a lot of work because for me I had to teach her how to crochet and I had to help her design her cosplay, and for her because it was a lot of work because she never crocheted in her life and she had to do the cosplay, but she actually managed to do it, and now we have a really random yarn duo of Link and Dark Link, and it's just really awesome. Another great example is obviously the Pass the Brush video. So I saw the announcement on Facebook and they were recruiting cosplayers, and I really wanted to enter, but at the same time I was extremely shy and forced myself to submit my name, and I am so happy I did it because it was so much fun taking part of this project, and everyone was just so awesome and amazing. So I really loved being part of this big group of cosplayers. So I really hope you enjoyed it, and that's it. So thanks for having me, and if you ever want, follow me on social media. I'm on Instagram and I'm on TikTok. So thanks.
Yay!
Yay!
Oh my gosh. She's so good. They are so good.
So good.
It's
Yeah,
insane
and
the work.
currently, like the last thing Yarntastic has been working on that I have seen it mostly on TikTok is Shadow Link from the manga Four Swords.
Mhm.
And you
Yes.
have to see how she managed to do the volume of the hat. So it is
Mhm.
like a lot of
That's
very
crazy.
complicated crochet, and I don't know how. Well, there is explanation, but the hat is super long, and it actually
Mhm.
kind of goes up and then gets the shape that you see in the manga. The wig is also completely made of yarn. It's
Mhm.
huge, and it looks really, really interesting. So, completely full 100% recommend following Yarntastic because this is as they mentioned as a very unusual material to work with.
Mhm.
I know of like maybe other cosplayer that uses yarn, but not 100%. Because when you see that the shield is made of yarn and that you see the
Mhm.
horse is made of
Mm.
yarn, it's like, what's the limit? My mother loves to
There is
make
this.
this kind of stuff as well, and I know, like I have witnessed my mother making really crazy stuff, but nothing to the level of Yarntastic. A lot of creativity, so that's great. Um, as mentioned in the video, by the time they were offering Twilight Princess Link with Epona, but they also mentioned, hey, I am completing Bunny Link from A Link to the Past. It was not completed at the time,
Mhm.
so they kind of speed run as well to be able to have it, and that's why we have twice. And this was like the moment, like, oof. So I have mentioned that we wanted one character for each game. We were obviously saying we can repeat a character, but not outfit. So that
Mhm.
is why we have, for example, Dr. Stegi making Champion Link, and then Edokins making Royal Guard Link. Um, that worked really well, except for Twilight Princess Link, um, because I had three different people for the green tonic.
Mhm.
Aw.
So that was the only instance in which I had to tell someone that they could not join. I know it was very disappointing for them. I'm sorry. We really couldn't manage it any other way, because if we try to do multiple cosplayers of the same outfit and character, we could have had some issues with, for example, a champion Link from Breath of the Wild, or, well, of course, Twilight Princess Link, and some Zeldas as well. So yeah, it was not possible. So I take the chance to apologize again. But yeah, let's see. Oh, Yarntastic says the hat is almost 5 feet long. I hope it doesn't weigh too much,
Dude,
because
Oh my
bro,
god.
insane.
I am like
Man.
myself. My whole body is 5'3".
I'm not even 5 feet tall.
Oh,
Wow.
Pat is bigger than you.
The hat is bigger than you. Oh no!
You can use the hat as a sleeping bag.
Yeah, really. Nice and cozy in there.
Must be. I mean, must be really, really cozy. Right. Other character that we had twice, but Nintendo helped me with that, is Malon. So we had 2 adult Malons. And I said, like, oh Jesus, what can I do? And then I remembered Crimea. So Crimea has exactly the same model as adult Malon, and she's from Majora's Mask, is a different character. So suck on that. Both of them are featured. And we are going to show the video that the cosplayer of adult Malon sent. So let's show the video.
Hi everyone, I'm Yarntastic Cosplay and was featured.
Yarntastic again. Of Mitsuko's
I mean, we
work.
love you,
Hey.
but
My name is Julie, and I'm the adult Marlon from the 35th Zelda anniversary video with the Brush Challenge. And I'm a cosplayer from Germany. And that whole thing was totally new to me. And it was part of that kind of project, such a big project with so many nice people involved. The community, the Zelda community, is amazing. Everyone was kind and helped each other, and that was super awesome. So I was so nervous because so many people would see that video. And when the premiere was, everyone was watching it and everyone was so happy about it. And it turned out so great. Thank you for that. So my story with Zelda began in my childhood when I had a Super Nintendo and played A Link to the Past for the first time. I think that's where it went down the rabbit hole. And so over the years, there were more games and there were more cosplays. And nowadays I have many cosplays and a few from Zelda series, like Marlon, Zelda, 2 Zeldas, and the newest is Impact from Age of Calamity, and I come back every time to Zelda because it's just nice. You can be a hero, you can be a princess, you can be a warrior, you can be who you want. That's pretty cool. For everyone who wants to join, just try it. All in one, I hope there in the future will be more projects like that one, and I hope we can get more people for it and much more characters. I hope I can be part of it again, and that would be totally awesome. I'm so grateful for that chance, and I'm grateful for the people I met. It was amazing. And if you want to check out my cosplays in detail, yeah, so thank you for having me. Bye-bye.
I have a lot of questions about that Zelda, that Link statue behind her.
yes.
Actually, Mitsuko is in the chat. I see her in the chat. So any questions that you have for her?
What is the sorcery?
So the source, she had mentioned that it's actually a statue that her husband had gotten. Why did the husband get the statue? I cannot say. But maybe Mitsuko can tell us in the chat later on. so again, this is very rewarding to see people say like, hey, I hadn't done anything like this before, and I can't wait to see what else is in store. So this is a thing that a lot of people has actually say like, hey, have me in mind for your next project. I would like to do something like this again. And Mitsuko was like, with more people, with more
Oh
people.
Oh,
gosh.
So we
wow.
have like the 100 cosplayers in 100 seconds challenge now. Um,
What?
calm down. But I do want to explore other projects because we anyway, like in a very spontaneous way, have managed to do little projects that are fun for us, and we could involve more people. So this is a call to Othervio. Othervio is also part of our Discord, and she couldn't be here today, but she is the one that made the 4 links from the Four Swords Adventure cosplay, which is one of our favorites just because it flows so well.
It's
So
so good.
funny. It's so
So
funny.
cute. I love it so much.
So we found Othervio through TikTok, and we have been like duetting each other ever since. And we have this TikTok collab. I think we can show the TikTok collab.
Oh gosh.
So this is a small video of the
Oh
kind of
my
shenanigans
gosh.
Yes.
that we have been up
So
to
good.
ever since. It's short, but it's
Second, I'm freaking it out. Cause I'm watching, trying to touch it. I was peeping it out. She turned around and was trying to put my dick in the mouth. I let her.
Yes.
So
As you can see,
good.
there are like you can have so much fun by just getting a lot of people involved. And this was just the case that Othervio has a big following in the Zelda community in TikTok. So she kind of said like, this is very cursed, and I don't know if I'm going to have it up. But let's give it a shot. And we were like, all of us are going
Oh
to do
yes.
this.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
We're like, we're gonna make it
Yes.
And
stupid.
more people has duetted ever since, of course. Those videos just stay there forever. But this was like a little collage that we said, mate, this can be real fun. And because of that, like we were robbed of the environment of the conventions because of the pandemic. But at the same time, that like kind of drove us to the internet and made these kind of communities grow. As you have heard already, we have people from different countries here in the panel, but also in the video is way more evident. So we didn't only have like people from different ages and whatnot, but also from many different countries. We have several Europeans, like it's the case with Ron, with Mitsuko. We have Art of the Wild Monicat, who is Japanese. She also has a stand in the markets in Zelda Creator Con, so be sure to pay her a visit. We have people from Latin America, where I am from, and of course from the United States and Canada. So this has been like a great community, and a lot of diversity that we have earned by just being compelled to use the internet and the social media more because we cannot leave our houses. Well, now the United States has a great vaccination plan and you are doing better. But for example, in Colombia, we still are in lockdown. And we expect to be in lockdown like for the rest of the year, honestly.
Oh my
So
gosh.
this has been like a great outlet also to make a community, which is what makes cosplay worth it as well. Because well, you can be like very like vanitas and just dress in your house and see I am so cool. But actually, at least what I think is that cosplaying is worth it because of the community. And this is something that goes a bit along as well with what Anichi has to say in her video. So let's show Anichi's video. She was young Zelda in the tribute.
Hi there, I'm Andy T Designs. I'm a cosplayer from Canada, and I was young Princess Zelda from The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time in the Legend of Zelda 35th Anniversary Cosplay Pass the Brush Challenge. I'm a very big fan of the Legend of Zelda series, and I'd actually already had my part filmed because I was really hoping at one point a Zelda Pass the Brush would happen. I do cosplay a lot from the series as it is my absolute favorite, so I had one filmed just in case, but I was really happy to be part of this one in particular. There was a lot of amazing people involved in this one, and getting to watch the premiere all together with a bunch of other people who weren't even included in the project was kind of really special because we were all kind of reacting and like hyping each other up in the live chat while it was being premiered, which was really kind of awesome. Now I've gotten to know some of the people who were involved in this challenge through apps like TikTok and Instagram, and we started to do a few things like interacting with TikTok videos and duets and such like that, and it's really a lovely little community that's come out of this. I'm really happy to have been a part of it, and I
That's
really
my
thank everyone
favorite.
for letting me be a part of it. It was really special, and it's something that's really special about the Legend of Zelda fan base. So thanks you guys so much for having me, and if you want to check out any of my work, here are my social medias.
I love her.
Thank you guys so much for having me.
Yeah.
Cute. She's so sweet.
Yeah,
My little
I
mini me.
again, like going back to my analogy of person just catching Pokemon. Like one of the first people I thought about to get like the characters was Anichi. As you can see, she has cosplays for like everything, and I was really hoping that she will still have her Zelda from A Link to the Past. She sadly didn't have it at the moment, but had young Zelda, and we didn't have young Zelda, so that was great. Other person who was next was Bandit Spurs. Bandit Spurs has done several collaborations with Anichi, and I was hoping to get her as well. For Hilda, because she's got a Hilda from A Link in Between Worlds that is super beautiful, and alongside like many other cosplays from the Legend of Zelda franchise. Unfortunately, life happens, and life happens in a very complicated way since the pandemic. So at the end, we couldn't count with Bandit, but maybe in the future, if we eventually do new projects, I will get in touch with Bandit again because her work is phenomenal. And yeah, there is like a lot of new cosplayers that I am just finding now because of Zelda Creator Con. So yesterday we were mentioning Bittersweet cosplay, which is a duo, and they have the Zelda and Link from the cartoon TV show.
That was
I was like,
great.
I love
oh,
that.
So good.
if only we knew about them
Maybe
back.
next year.
And so
Next
yeah,
year.
maybe next year, because with Sammy we were saying like we need to consider the cartoon and the CDI games. Evidently at the end we didn't get those, but oh, you also wanted them. So yeah, there was, wait, yeah, sorry, I was reading the chat. Yeah, it's just like whoa moment of confusion. But yeah, so there is so many cosplayers, and also, well, while looking for certain cosplays, I found others. This happened mostly with Breath of the Wild. For example, I was looking for a replacement for Bandit when I found Meryu cosplay who made Cass. So I was just kind of looking through Instagram, trying to find someone who had a Hilda that they could use. And suddenly Cass appears because of the tag, and I'm like, yes.
Beautiful.
Yeah, there is this character, a character that I really wanted it to be there, and at the end we couldn't do it. Was Hilda. I think that is our greatest offense, so to speak, maybe. And Tingle, I really wanted Tingle.
Aww.
But
So sad we didn't get one.
there is a cosplayer, Nakosley, who has a great Tingle. You have to check Nakosley on Instagram. Oh yes, I see that we have the chat full of people of culture. They are saying I could eat an Octorok, and excuse me, princess.
You did not want my Linnell.
Yeah, the line. Well, the thing with the Lionel is that we needed the whole costume, and like adding. It could be maybe something like the Four Swords Adventure or the School Kid, that it was just like an inside transition, like using the Bokoblin mask and then the Lionel mask, and then so yeah. And the other thing is like they say F in the chat for Daruk and Raviol.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, if we are, I would really like to continue doing stuff. So most definitely, your Lionel and Bokoblin mask and your Cuckoo, which is great.
Love the
Must be
There.
featured in something. The Cuckoo looks so good. It's based on the Link's Awakening remaster
Yeah, go
model,
grab it.
and
grab that
it's just
cuckoo. Grab that cuckoo.
The
Hey.
evil, best evil
Comes for
character
us.
in Zelda.
Look at
so
that.
cute though.
I love
So
him.
cute. I didn't
He will
realize how
kill
big
you.
it was.
He will kill you, and it will be painful.
Oh,
It's when
but
it's not.
cute. It's an
But
adorable
cute.
menace. Right. Let's then show our
Great.
last video, which is also other of the characters that were very unexpected. This is Diamond the Kitsune, who is horse god Malanya.
Yes.
Howdy. I am Diamond the Kitsune, or Talon. I am 17 years old, and I made Melania when I was about 15 or 16. I can't remember exactly. But yeah, I'm the person who decided to cosplay Melania. I got the market cornered. You know, I have a monopoly.
Really do.
Breath of the Wild is my first Zelda game, and the only game I've played since then is Hyrule Warriors. So I'm not what a lot of people would call a true, die-hard Zelda fan, but I love those games so much. Breath of the Wild is definitely one of my favorite games, ever, especially on the Switch. And because of how nice the Zelda community and the cosplay community has been, with my cosplay, he definitely holds a very special place in my heart. And yeah, I've always loved riding around on the horses in Breath of the Wild. In fact, I would choose to just not teleport around and instead just take 5 minutes to ride all the way across Hyrule, because
Me too.
I just loved looking at the scenery while galloping around, and it was great. So yeah, that probably influenced my decision to choose Melania as my first cosplay. But yeah, when I made him, my first time wearing him was at a convention with my dad for Father's Day, because he's a nerd. And I eventually decided, hey, I'll start posting TikTok videos, because there's not a lot of conventions in my area. And I eventually got my first duet, and that duet was Sammy in their Corrupted Link. And so we became mutuals and all that fun stuff. And I learned about the video through them. And I decided to throw my hat into the ring, because I figured, hey, I have the market cornered on Melania. There's no way there's already someone in there. And I was correct, and they let me in, because they're all so nice and wonderful. And yeah, I mean, it was fun, especially getting to see all those amazing cosplays. Some of them I was really like, damn, I wish my construction was that good. But Melania's made out of cardboard and paper mache, so I'm definitely not there yet. But yeah, that was kind of one of the reasons why I wanted to make this little thing, was because I wanted to share, younger cosplayers, people who are just getting into it, any of that. You do not need fancy techniques, a lot of money, anything like that. Melania is made of cardboard, paper mache, and stuff I bought at the craft store on Amazon. You just gotta, just go for it and have fun and cosplay who you want. Doesn't matter how obscure or weird or non-human they are. Just as long as it's making you happy, that's all that matters.
Aw, yay.
Yeah.
So good. What a good message.
Good message from a good cosplayer.
You have a Melania,
Oh,
code.
hey. Nice.
Yay, look at that. So Diamond is actually in the chat, so I think you're going to love to see Ron's Melania's mask.
Yeah. Can I just do a bit of commercials there? You see this wonderful mask? The pattern for this one is available for free on my website. Go ahead. You're welcome.
Very
Yeah.
nice.
Oh my god, yeah, excellent. yeah, Diamond already saw it. They're like, hey. Hey. Yeah, so we had, of course, like all the other participants, some of them weren't able to send videos or didn't have the chance. But all of them really kind of after we premiered the video, all of them were like, hey, this was a very nice experience, or thank you, or whatever, which is very, very gratifying for me as the person who ended kind of managing the calls. So I was the one who sent the emails, who harassed the people who had not sent the videos yet, who sent tutorials of how to properly do the brush thing, because some people were confused as to how to make it. I edited videos of people who was not able to make the edition themselves, and I also made the final edition with the music and everything else. So that was a lot of work, but it was very gratifying for me to be able to kind of put together the experience, because everybody made their part with their amazing cosplays, with their good attitude, with the little acting, with the backgrounds, because you see in the video how everybody's showing their big collections, from the big husband energy of Mitsuko and her statue. You have
Yes.
amiibos, you have posters, you have props, you have so many different things. And of course, not everybody has this big collection. Some people had backdrops, some people had to use their bathrooms, their living rooms, but everybody brought the best, and then I had the opportunity, the privilege to put all of that together and make it look as it currently looks. So it was really an extremely interesting and gratifying experience. I'm very grateful for the Zelda fandom to allow. I have been in other fandoms and done big projects with other fandoms as well, but I must say this is the one that kind of flows the easiest and is like the nicest. um I could also be very petty, because, for example, I was in a League of Legends pass the brush challenge at the beginning of the pandemic, organized by League of Legends Latin America, and
That's
like
really
they were
cool.
the actual company. Like, we are a server of less than 50 people. This was the actual company, and they have 450 characters without counting skins. This is only the different champions. And our video features more characters than they do. Ha!
Nice.
So it's like, yeah, it is a very accomplished project at several different levels. It was a lot of fun. I think it looks really good. Of course, it's not the only project of this kind. There is a beautiful Eastern Asian pass the brush going around the internet. It's also in YouTube. You can look for it. So yeah, it's not the only kind of project like this. We are not like breaking boundaries. But it was so fun, and the final product is very gratifying, and it's something that I know that I will be looking back in some time and say, like, whatever the cosplay hobby takes me, at least I'm very happy that I managed to do this particular thing, because it's just so cool. All right. So at this point, yeah, Mitsuko knows. She's saying LMAO right in the League of Legends face. So I don't know, at this point, I think if the chat has any question or anything that they would like us to talk about, this is a good time for that. I don't know if our friend who wants to start into cosplay is still around. If you are, let us know. And yeah, I don't know if any of you guys has also something that you would like to show or say.
You want me to do more commercials?
Get the bag. Get the bag.
Is anybody actually selling stuff at their markets today and this weekend?
No, I don't.
Oh, no?
Occasionally take commissions, but I don't advertise about it. So it's if someone wants something from me, but just contact me and give it a try. If I'm okay for it, it's yes. If I'm not, it's no. It's not complicated.
I gotcha.
Stuff, yeah?
I only do my stuff for me.
You
I gotcha.
Yeah.
My husband is an artist, and he made me a bunch of stickers and stuff for this particular con, and they are up on my shop if anybody's interested.
Oh.
This is me.
Aw.
Look at that.
So cute. That's
Cute.
adorable.
We got shields. We
I love
got
this.
Sheikah symbols. Oh yeah, you have this one, huh? Yeah,
The shield of the
Amazing.
Magi.
that's cool. I want that shield. I must go download the pattern from you.
Yes, it's free.
Nice. Yeah. And I think he also just finished a the trailer teaser link drawing, which he posted on my shop today. If anybody's interested in getting that.
Maybe
Awesome.
Tommy is interested.
Maybe yes. Ron, they ask in the chat if you have a master sword pattern in your blog.
Yes, with scabbard.
Oh,
Nice.
Nice.
I'm gonna
Fairy
need
of the Moon,
that.
we've got a master sword with the scabbard. How is cool? I joined the Discord server. Yes. So, maybe I don't know. I don't want to kind of post the link, the invite link, like everywhere, but you can. Hobbies. I have you. I think I have you in TikTok, so I am going to send you an invite
Yeah.
through TikTok.
Yeah.
If you
They're on
can write
TikTok.
to me on TikTok, that will be also very useful. You know, I'm Javan Cosplay. Um, so yeah, just write me, like everybody in the chat who wants to join the Discord. Just contact me. Just because I am one of the admins. So just contact me as Javan Cosplay in any like Facebook, Twitter, whatever. And then I will send you an invite. So the Discord again it's a space that is mostly to hide out from reality and chill. So we have channels dedicated to creativity. Oh, lovely. Okay, so I definitely can find you. So we have yeah, please write to me, or I'm going to be keeping your names so I can invite you to the Discord. It's a very chill place. We have our channels dedicated to art, cosplay, writing. We have, of course, our major section. So minors who want to enter, you don't have to worry about finding triggering or disturbing content because that is protected in a specific area and you won't be exposed to that. And of course, we don't only speak about Zelda, of course, it's the main theme, but we also have space for other games, for TV shows, because it's just, yeah, like a cozy little spot for us to chill. And it has been really, like, for my mental health, this place has been super important. So I hope that could eventually offer you a safe space, a nice space to chill as well. I don't know if you follow the news somehow, but Colombia, which is the country that I currently live in, and I grow up in, has been in a very, very bad crisis since last year, and we are just out of 2 months of national strike and riots. We are in an international humanitarian crisis. So yeah, being able to go to the hideout and just kind of speak about Zelda has been very important for me. And the pandemic is raging as well, so I cannot leave the house. In that regard, just having some socialization and to keep my English working, because of course it's not my first language, it has been very good. So yeah, let's see. We have Midnight, Mitsuko asks, what are your childhood favorite series? Who wants to answer that? Well, I think Erokins can answer that because
Mine should be a little obvious as Yu-Gi-Oh! I've done that wig 3 times now. We're still finishing that wig. It's,
wow.
Yeah, that is my top childhood series.
Wow.
I will always
That's
go back.
fun.
Yeah, and the thing is that you get like a lot of heart and in your collections for your favorite series as well. If you go to Edokin's social media, you will see some of their collections of things like Pokemon, which are really impressive and really interesting. So yeah, check that because it's like, wow. wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A
Honestly,
little bit of a
amazing stuff.
collector. Might have gotten that from my family.
And filling shelves with things.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
I think, well, my from series, I was not someone who watched a lot of television. I mostly read and read and read. Like all my childhoods are books mostly.
Aw.
But there is a very special spot in my heart for a show that is not for kids. That is called Get Backers. It's an anime. That it was just like in I don't like some channel at some point when I still had cable. So it's kind of underground thing. It's not very popular, but I absolutely love Get Workers. And my name, like Javan, comes from that show. So one of the characters is called Ban, with
Aw.
and it comes from like band, as in the English word to ban, but also yaban, which in Japanese means wild or savage.
Hey.
So
Okay.
I got that, and I find it very convenient because now I mostly cosplay Wild Link. So being called Yaban, it's like fitting, you know. Works for my brand at the end. But yeah, Get Backers, absolutely a great small show, an old anime, with a very strange style in the manga.
Nice.
Oh, they love your side. I love your side.
We all love
I
you.
love your side.
Yes.
Everybody
So
loves your side.
good.
Listen, I'm a
Um,
simp for one Shark Man, and we had to take it to the next level.
You had to become him.
Yes.
and I'm so glad because now I can just kind of sing for you as Sidon, and I don't have to cosplay Sidon myself.
You don't gotta do it yourself, yeah.
Yes, no, actually, if we didn't know better, like if you only go by my comments on Edokin's TikToks mostly, you will say like I am an obnoxious simp and that Edokin should put a restriction order on me. I am always like, hello.
Hello.
Yeah, like all the inappropriate comments that I don't do for anyone, I will do for Edokin's. That's your burden as a sit-on cosplayer. I don't make the rules.
Oh my gosh. If you can't date them, be them. That's
Be them,
awesome.
yeah.
That's just a fact.
I can't have my 9-foot Shark Man. I guess I gotta do it.
Speaking of that, Ori is asking if anyone knows about how to get a nose prosthetic from Ganondorf. Any ideas? I think I have seen a nose prosthetic.
Etsy probably has some.
Yeah,
I'm guessing.
probably
Yeah.
Etsy.
Yeah, that would be my best guess.
Or try, like my ears came from a place called Aradani Costume, and they do a lot of that kind of stuff. You maybe contact them about if they don't make them, they probably can tell you where somebody who does.
Mm-hmm. You
So
might be
how
able
is-
to find some good tutorials on YouTube on how to make prosthetic noses as well, out of like latex and stuff, if you're into that level of detail.
I mean, I get it. Like without the nose, Ganondorf is just not the same. We're talking because I have seen Ori on TikTok. We're talking about Ocarina of Time Ganondorf. So we have this beautiful polygon, low polygon nose that is also of our friend Ocarina of Time Link. But yeah, I mean that's a great approach. Like if you want, you cannot be with them, become them. That's the best that you can do. It's not the case with everything. Like for example, I couldn't say I simp for Wild Link. I just feel really identified with his presentation, and I really like his story as well. But I couldn't simp for Link. I'd rather kind of simp for Sidon or Sidon, however you want to call him, as Link. But yeah, like if you check, we have a barbarian Link, and we have his traveler gear here, because I really enjoy just kind of being him. And then we have like my tribute to Ocarina.
Oh, yay! Bunny ears.
Yeah. With my This took so long, and it never shows on camera. It makes me so angry.
It's good.
Just as big, like
Yay!
it's so big that you cannot really see it too much on camera. But whoops, where are your
Cute.
eyes, bitch? Where are your eyes? There you go. Mixing games like a pro.
Oh gosh,
There you go.
sitting for so long.
There, yeah, yeah. Maybe we can think unless. Oh, what do you say? Do we finish the stream or do we take a break?
We can take a break, I think.
Okay.
Break.
Yeah, I'm fine with
I
that.
still have a lot I want to talk about.
Oh, okay.
We're not
Take,
done yet.
Let's
So many
take
props.
until 2:45 maybe, more or less 2:45.
It's like
Sure,
that's
like
like
10
10
minutes.
10
minute
minute
break. Right, let's go. Let's take then a 10 minutes break. Guys, don't leave the chat. I'm going to make some rounds as well to see if we can get more people to come, and see you in 10 minutes at 2:45 Eastern time.
Alrighty.
And we are back.
Welcome back.
Yay!
Welcome back.
Wow.
Ba-da-da-da. Oh, if we had like I could have those kind of little sounds alerts, and it will be like every new follower or every new, I don't know, beats that they threw at us in Twitch. It will be like da 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 da.
Yes.
Be so cute.
Okay, so right. So now let's see. We have taken the chance during the break to also add a bit more things into the folder of pics that we can show you. So I would like to show you a bit and also to go back to Breath of the Wild 2, which is something that I feel like we all want to talk about. So if we could show, please, the Javan Champion Link image. So this is, of course, Champion Link. That I think all of us has a Champion Link. But the thing is that I commissioned to my friend Twisted Grace Cosplay the leather armor. I am not great working in leather and foam. I really don't like it. I'm more of a seamstress kind of person. And I went to take a photo shoot with my friends of Seiji Studio, which is a new studio here based in Bogota. And I'm very glad to finally be able to use my props, because the shield is a bit difficult to carry around and I hadn't had a chance to take photos with it. So they were very kind to get this picture ready for today in again Seiji Studios. And yeah, it's part of like the hype for Breath of the Wild 2, as this is, well, the shield kind of hides most of it, but it's the outfit of the trailer, of the first trailer. What I didn't expect is for him to have a completely different outfit for the second trailer.
Right.
Yeah.
There's a lot of the things that I really don't know what to expect. So what do you guys feel about the trailer? Well, we know already that Ron and Sammy have been making stuff based on the trailer, but how the others feel? How do we all feel about the trailer? People has also been saying in the chat some of the things that they want in the new game. We can go
I'm
back to the
super
camera.
excited. I mean, after I played Breath of the Wild, I went back and backtracked through a bunch of games, and I did start Skyward Sword and got probably about a third of the way through it, and then they announced the remake, so I was like, I'm gonna hold off until it comes out for Switch, because the controller is better for me than the Wii. And the Skyward Sword vibes off this new game, I'm like, oh, I think I'm really very excited about it. I also already ordered another binder to try and do what we've seen in the trailer so far.
Yeah.
Yeah, all of us will have a version of Sky Wild Link.
Oh
Yeah.
yes.
Skywild. I like
Sky
that
Wild.
name.
I like that.
Skywild.
Skywild.
I call him the Greek boy.
Child.
Yeah,
I'm probably gonna cosplay the frog-like thingy that we saw in the trailer.
the one with the dragon eggs to the side, with like, yeah, that thing. I know that I have been insisting on this a lot, but it reminds me so much of the Castle in the Sky artwork of the Ghibli movie Castle in the Sky.
Okay.
And that makes me so excited, because again, this Wild Sky Link is Ashitaka. Literally, they are not shy about it. This dude is Ashitaka.
This is just Ashitaka straight out of Mononoke.
Oh my
But they
gosh.
got Castle in the Sky as well now. And well, I think this is a crossover that most Zelda fans have, and is that we are also really into Ghibli movies. Most of us, I mean. So I have here my baby, for example.
Oh, it's so pretty.
One of the things that cosplay has given me, because this was the prize of a cosplay contest.
Hey,
nice.
that's cool.
It was like, I like these prizes. So and I really like that they are having like a similar art direction with Zelda Breath of the Wild and now the sequel. Like, you can see a lot of parallels, and it kind of I am opposed to the idea of a TV series of Zelda. I really don't like the idea.
Oh
But
gosh,
because they
so much
have
could
been
go
getting
wrong.
But because it is getting so close to the art direction of Ghibli, I cannot like help but dream of a Ghibli child or like a these tales of the Grimm Tales animation in Japan, wonderful like World Wonderful Theater. I have forgotten. Anyway, with that kind of style and that kind of direction, a Zelda TV series or a movie would be so cool. And they are getting so close to like the Ghibli style. So I am just like struggling in my artistic mind. The struggles thinking of the possibilities, but also thinking of how everything could go extremely wrong. Also, I have ears now, and it's very distracting. Look at that.
But so fun. Now you have to talk like really fast.
Right?
Maybe I will be like Sammy and will be able to craft fast now.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right?
I made
Or like
this
Ron, yes.
in 3 days, but Sammy made something amazing in 3 days.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I
Sammy, you want to talk about it? No, you refuse?
Do you want to talk about your process with Wild Sky Link, which is his name starting now?
It's official now.
Yes.
Wild
You deemed it
Style.
so.
Isn't that the character from Lego Movie?
Wild Style? Yeah, I
Yeah.
think so.
Not her name anymore.
I remember what her name was.
Oh, yeah, right.
Okay.
I am also checking our Discord server, which is currently receiving some new people.
Oh wow.
Nice. That's quick.
Yay.
You know
Welcome.
what is a thing that we can talk about that is related but not completely to Breath of the Wild 2? So Sammy has a concept that is also like one of the first things that I saw of them after Skull Kid, evidently. Which is corrupted link. So corrupted link is this idea of Link getting in with malice or being va Link, like a divine beast, corrupted divine beast, which Sammy also created a va Link with the full armor and like a huge red wig, which was really cool.
Yeah. I don't have
So
pictures of it though.
no problem, but we have maybe some pictures of corrupted Link.
Yeah, I put 2 versions in. I put the first original version, which would be Corrupted Link 1, and then I have my newest version, which I did a few days ago. So it's just a screenshot from my. So that was like last year. And then the Corrupted Link 2 is the one I put on like the other day, which is
oh gosh,
terrifying.
so good.
I love it.
It's insanely good.
So creepy.
Look at the glow up.
The contacts just add to it.
Oh, the contacts
For
sell
sure.
it.
But also the prosthetic of the malice going up to your
Yeah.
face, that also adds photo. So what I really like about this is that it, in one way, it kind of foretold the arm in Breath of the Wild, the sequel, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And I mean, we have the arm. The arm is probably the glowing arm that was holding Ganondorf down in the first trailer, but we also see that it has like a lot of black markings, and it looks diseased. Like you cannot say this like a super nice new arm. It looks painful in a way. So this concept kind of predates the arm of Sky Wild Link, and I really love how it looks. I really love like the work that you do with it. And I also eventually I made my own makeup. I didn't do the whole thing, only the makeup for Corrupted Link, and also eventually Edokins also made a Corrupted Sidon.
And I just did makeup too, because wasn't ruining this outfit.
But the makeup's really good.
Yeah, you did so well with that.
It was 3 eyeshadow colors.
It's really good.
Whatever works. That's cool.
Yeah, there's a certain YouTuber that said that was in a video, and he said I don't think Corrupted Link was that creative, and he's watching it now.
Wow.
Calling you out.
Lame.
I can't say much. I am repping his merch though, so.
Oh, well. That might backfire.
I hate you, but also go watch his stuff.
Yeah.
Hyrule Gamers.
Right?
10 out of 10. Very funny, very nice.
Oh, that's fun. Oh, I have a question for Ron.
Oh, there's a question for me?
I do.
Yeah.
When can we expect a pattern for the dragon fire shield from the teaser cinematic?
Oh,
I was thinking about it today.
the arson shield.
No kidding.
Give us more commercials.
I was
Arson
thinking
shield.
about it today. I would have to work a lot on that. The thing is, like, I want to enter an international cosplay contest next year.
Mhm.
And
Nice.
the project I want to enter with is huge. So it's going to take a lot of time. I've not been like doing a cuckoo, and then I've been doing this wonderful shield. Also, I was supposed to start working on my project like this week, and then it's just like later. So I have to get started on my next cosplay. That's the thing, and I continue making props and props and props everywhere. But I was thinking about it today because it's like we watched the trailer for the teaser mostly again on the big screen today, and I'm like, this thing. Basically, it's like the wooden shield, and they put like this dragon head on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
And
making
it looks like
something
it
that
spins too.
It
yeah,
lights
but
up also.
making something that rotates is like not very that complicated. Actually, I fixed that up with like bear joints, teddy bear joints.
Oh,
easily.
okay.
Yes, but just like you click, it rotates. Yeah, it's okay. I've seen like so many things with like so many different materials. Like my brain like just puts stuff together really easily. Like, oh, how do I fix this? Look around. Oh, I have this shit here. I can just like put it in. It's working.
Yeah. You have a mind of an engineer. Good job.
But yeah, I've been looking at it today. Then you're gonna have to provide a lot of screenshots if you want, like high quality close-up screenshots. But I was thinking about it.
Yes,
it's a thing. It's a whole thing working with like so few references. I really wish you the best with the international competitions. Those are really, really heavy. I have done it once and I don't think I will ever have the energy to do it again. I'm going to just kind of drop a pic real fast so we can show it. So I went to the World Cosplay Summit, like national competition for like the representation of Colombia. On 2019, so like right before the pandemic. And I decided to make like in this competition you have to do Japanese properties. It's the only like you cannot do. So we said like, hey, and I thought about Zelda, of course. But then we ended, and I think we can show it now. If you could please show the Yavan Piranha photo. At the end we went for Smash. And I did, I who never works with any kind of prop and doesn't work with foam, became Piranha Plant. So I am
That's fantastic.
I mean, it was very funny to be in a pot.
That's great.
We had to make it like mobile so we could fight because, of course, the performance was a fight, a Smash round between Inkling, which is my friend Mocha, who was also the true form Midna in our video, and Piranha Plant, who, yeah, it's me. So we made it to the finals. We were among the 10 finalists, but we didn't get the representation of the country. The people who got the representation are extremely amazing. I'm very glad that they got it. but yeah, the like the serious cosplay competition ordeal is a lot of fun, but it's also excruciating, and you will be like completely devastated by the end of it. No matter if you win or lose,
Wow.
your body will just give up. But it's a lot of fun,
Wow.
and I really wish you the best. I learned a lot with this. Like I didn't ever work with foam before, and making that head and the teeth and the pot really taught me a lot of things. So again, new experiences for everybody. If you have the chance to enter to a cosplay competition, a big one like European cosplay competition, or maybe the World Cosplay Summit, they are fun, they are exhausting, and you will learn a lot from them.
Yeah,
Oh,
but you
man.
like, actually never, ever entered a cosplay competition.
Yeah, me either. Too scared.
I've done masquerades when I was 12 and 13, but it wasn't like competition. And I'll never do it again.
I have done like like the World Cosplay Summit, the Zelda cosplay contest of Barcelona,
Oh, wow.
which I won. I won that one. I love
Nice.
that one.
Ah,
You can watch the video of my performance in my Facebook page. I don't think it is anywhere else. I may be able to upload it to TikTok. So if you want to see Gerudo by Link belly dancing to the Molduga theme, go to my Facebook page.
That's awesome. I've
Because
got to
for
see
some
this
reason,
now.
the judges thought that it would be a great idea to give the prize to someone belly dancing with the Gerudo Bay outfit. Anyway, I had a lot of I choreographed the dance in the plane on my way to Barcelona.
Nice.
Wow. That's
Barcelona.
great.
Anyway. So that was, and the other was the Yamato Cosplay Cup, which is in Brazil. I also went to the regionals here in Colombia. But also I didn't went to Brazil afterwards. That was kind of a long while ago. Yeah, the most recent one is the World Cosplay Summit. So what, like the advice is for you to gather all your stamina elixir, because you're going to need it. Start working really early. The earlier you can, the best, because there is a lot of things. You have to be very polished. You cannot take shortcuts, so you better take your time. And if the competition has performance, also start with your performance really early, because you need to be sure that you know exactly what to do. So when you put on the cosplay, it won't be such a hassle, and you need to be able to rehearse with your full cosplay, because you think you can move your arm because you haven't made the shoulder pattern, and then you cannot. And
Oh, no.
so that's very important. And the most important thing of all, read all the rules.
Yep.
And understand all the rules. The amount of people who are just like, oh, you couldn't buy any part of your cosplay, everything had to be made, so you are disqualified. Or your performance had to be 3 minutes long and you went 3 minutes and 3 seconds, so you are disqualified. You couldn't do gender bends, you couldn't do original designs. You can do fan art, things like that. Like every competition will have their own rules. And the best way to ensure that you have any chance is to really read all the rules and send everything exactly as they ask, even if you think it doesn't make any sense. That's like the most important thing. Follow the rules.
Man. And some of the judges are really hardcore too. I knew a girl who had a super long train on the back of her costume, off the back of her dress. And they docked her so many points because they said that she stapled it to her costume, which I can't remember if it was actually true or not, but that's how one of the judges at least perceived it.
Oh, wow.
And so she lost a lot of points, which I was like, then you sew it.
I mean, that is just them being like unfair, because stapling, of course, it's not as like, but if it's safe, like if it will keep the tail safe in place, then it's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
they do like if they sometimes separate armor from sewing. And in sewing you cannot use like hot glue, for example. And I understand that because hot glue is very messy and you will probably mess with the fabrics. It will be splotchy. So yes, like if you are in a like sewing or like fabric cosplay competition, you should not use hot glue. But if you have an armor and the material that you're using is best hold together with hot glue and you prime and paint everything nicely, that shouldn't be an issue. Like if you don't use contact cement, then you're disqualified. That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, it doesn't make
That
any
doesn't
sense.
make
gosh.
I'd be disqualified in
Um,
an instant. That stuff is covered in hot glue.
I just went I went to a con 2 weeks ago, and little tiny con. And I did a competition there, and I actually got a prize for my prop. So I'm kind of like, I really think I want to go ahead and like actually compete. Like, yeah.
Do it.
I don't know about performing, but you know, the workmanship stuff I think I could get into.
Do it.
Yeah, that's it. I'm never going to compete in any performance thing because I suck.
But it's a skill you can learn.
But like craftsmanship, no, that's what I'm aiming for, actually. Yeah. I had a question for you, even the chat, if they want to answer. What's your favorite prop? I love props.
Can I show off my bow?
Yes.
Go.
Yes, show your bow.
Right. Okay, there's a photo that I uploaded. It's called Rivali's bow.
Ravioli's
bow.
The
Rivali's bow.
great eagle's bow.
Yeah. This is like the one nice picture I have of it.
It is stunning.
Look at
Stunning.
Love it so much.
And you made this yourself.
I did.
Yeah, that's awesome.
It's a big. I'm gonna redo it. It's so big. The physics on it fail because it's built to come apart so you can store it and take it places. But it's so big that those upper bow arms collapse. So I'm gonna remake it, but like 75% of the size because I think then it will hold together better, and I can actually, take it. That's what I had though when I won the contest, and I was like, it held together right till I stepped off the stage and it came apart, and I was like, okay, perfect.
It made it.
It made it. Like everybody was impressed. It was great.
you can aluminum inside the structure to give it some strength.
Well, the thing is, it's the bow arms are two parts, and they're magneted together. You can actually in that picture see the top bow arm is kind of like easing out of where it's supposed to be sticking. And I think it's like it worked perfectly. There's these gold feather things on the ends, and it was working perfectly until I put those on, and it was just a little too much for the gravity. And the magnets I added extra ones, and it didn't really make a whole lot of difference. But I think if I just make it like 75% of that size, it'll still be pretty big and impressive. But I also think it will hold together better.
But that's.
Thank you. Like I put that together in 6 weeks when I have to paint and stuff outside. So I did that in like 6 weeks between March and April when the weather was crummy. So I think I could probably do it quicker now because the weather's better.
And if it's smaller, hopefully
and if it's
it'll
smaller,
be easier.
Well, yeah, and now there's things I'm like, well, I know how if I redid this, I know how I would do it a little differently. So there's that.
Nice.
Yeah, I love that stupid bow though. It's great.
It's so good.
It's absolutely great.
So
It's
good.
just gorgeous and well deserved that prize. I am not someone of props, really. I don't like to work with EVA foam. I'm kind of like allergic person who struggles a lot to work with even with the masks and everything. But like the little things that I really like are like things like my masks. So I have my bunny hood, and I have also my very simple yet very effective all night mask for when I cannot sleep and I feel creepy. So it's not like you couldn't say that this is really a prop, because it's part of the costume because you wear it. Same with Barbarian Helmet, who is here. I'm not going to move him because all of this is going to collapse on top of me. So you can see it from afar. Good boy.
Good boy.
So yeah, so you say, okay, if you are not a person of props, then what are all of those? So these are bought or commissioned, most of them, and this I take the chance to say it's perfectly valid to buy or commission the things that you don't know how to do, or that you don't feel like doing. Like some stuff you just are lazy to make them, and that's fine. And that's the case with my Evelyn cosplay from League of Legends. I love her, but I couldn't be bothered, so I just bought it in World Cosplay. So all of this is made by Larry Moon Cosplay. So we have our Traveler Shield, the Carjack, well, Kiver. I think the name in English is Kiver, and the
Quiver.
bow, which I really love. I'm not going to try to take it out. This is an actual Nintendo toy, like from the shop of Nintendo.
Hey, nice.
And this is also made by Larry Moon. And the ancient arrow that you can see there, all of that was made by him. I did the scimitar, though. I did do this. But I don't like it too much. Like it looks nice from afar, but the important thing of the scimitar was that it could be balanced for the belly dancing act. It could be balanced in my head. I don't know if I still can do it. There you go.
Hey,
So
nice.
one of the so the important thing is that it has the proper balance and it looks okay while dancing, because one of the different props that you can use with belly dancing is sword or like a sable. You can also use fans, you can veil. Well, there's different things that are like traditional of Arab belly dancing. So the sword was one of them, and I was really into being able to dance with the sword. In the final performance, you won't see it because I couldn't take this to Barcelona.
Aw.
But yeah, I do have some I think clips maybe from Colombia before, or I could just go back to belly dancing. So yeah, I like this because it had this purpose and my masks. But I am not a prop person really.
Yeah, me either.
No, I'm a wig
Aw.
person. A lot of
Wigs.
what I do is taking on a little bit of obnoxious wigs. I mean, obviously Yugi, but I mean,
That's
this wig's
great.
obnoxious too.
I love it.
Great. Like
That
I
was
think
actually really creative that you made his head a wig, and I love it.
Originally, I wanted to do out of wig fibers on the fin, but it was gonna be I did get a first pass of wig fibers on it before I realized how much more of a mess it was gonna be.
Oh.
And I was like, we're just gonna go for a nice fabric and call it a day.
Nice. I actually had this it wasn't necessarily a commission, and it doesn't go with my chic at all because this is obviously Ocarina of Time sort of and this is from I think the first Hyrule Warriors chic, or maybe even Super Smash Brothers Brawl probably. But a good friend of mine, Orion Knives on Instagram, made this for me, and he's like, "Hey, if you want, take it to the convention and tell people that I can make props." And I was like, "Sure." So this is made out of wood, and he made it for me, and I was like, "Perfect." I wasn't gonna make a prop anyway, so now I have one.
I did commission a shield recently from one of the members that was in the video. Kidek Cosplay, I believe is the name. I like the color blue.
I love it.
So I got the fisherman shield from them. And it's very lightweight, very nice. And I'm excited to be able to use that for Link in the future.
Dang, that is
that
beautiful.
looks great.
That's gorgeous.
Oh, we haven't shown pictures of you as Link, so why don't we go and show that really quick? So that will be Edokin's. Let's show Edokin's champion and Roger. Let's show both of them.
I've got, I think, 2 of the champion on there. This is actually in downtown Detroit. You wouldn't know.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Yeah. You would never know this.
Awesome.
And then this one's at Colossal Con with their nice little
love that.
backdrop out there. Yeah.
Is that the backpack?
Oh yeah, that's the
Yeah.
backpack.
I want that so bad.
So cool.
I wanted to be able to carry all of my stuff as I was going around, and it looks
That's
nice.
absolutely
I've got
Smart
to
valid.
do some
idea.
saddle damage to it, but that's
So
really
clever. So clever.
so easy.
Love
And then we got the
Hey!
Royal Guard,
Regal.
because that's my favorite outfit. Not to wear, but my favorite.
Not to wear.
Not
I
to
imagine
wear
that'd be
in
warm.
person. It's hot.
No
I'll
kidding.
bet.
It
Aw.
looks so nice. It's so elegant.
It's so nice. I like it. I've since modified the gloves and a couple other pieces, but you know, we take photos later
Mm.
when I feel like setting up the camera. And then Sidon's also been updated since these photos, but we have not had time either. But
Yeah,
this is
photo shoots are a difficult thing to
So-
organize.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
And this is just me with a tripod, and I think I use the Master Sword as the focal point before running up to pose and running back and starting it
Oh
over.
gosh.
Yeah.
The
There was no one free at the time.
the climber link photo that I showed like before, that's also taken by myself. And it was like fun because it was midday. It was super hot. So again, I live in a tropical country. We don't have changes of temperature through the year. So
Mm.
this place where it is my parents' farm, it's like 22 degrees Celsius the whole year, which is
Hey.
great.
Hot.
I think it's a great temperature, honestly. But when you are like
That's
running
awesome.
with a recently acquired binder, because I have been like with GC2B Pro binders like 3 months maybe.
Mm.
It was ugh. And the other thing is that my dog, I have a dog, a husky that poses with me as wolf link sometimes.
So cute. I love
She
her.
was like very intrigued by my shenanigans, so she was like running with me in the cliffs where I was taking the photo. I was like, Milka, I love you. She's called Milka, but you're going to be the death of me if you keep like, you're going to throw me off a cliff, please. She also appeared in some of the photos, but she actually doesn't like photos too much, which is funny. I'm going to put like a little selfie that I took with her when I was in barbarian outfit. This was when I first interacted with Edokins on TikTok. It was the same day. So it's called Barbarian mit Milka, or just Barbarian, if we can show that now. There you have her.
So cute.
So she has been my wolf link, and also a hazard for throwing me off a cliff. But I mean, cosplaying where your pets is something great. If you have any chance to do it, do it. If your pet like tolerates or is used to clothes, you can dress them as is the case with Diggy. If you notice Diggy in her she was fierce deity in the video, and you can see her little dog Lou as young Link,
The best
which is
floof.
adorable. And this dog Lou has like several different cosplays, because he is really okay with clothes, and so that's really good. And having your pets with you can be really entertaining. It's difficult. Photographing animals is very complicated, especially cats. Cats are a nightmare. But it is worth it. It's great. So 100% would recommend, if you can get your dog or cat or parrot or whatever you have, give it a shot.
Awesome. I need to find a cosplay I can do with my cats.
Cats would never tolerate it. But my cat is photogenic. I take out my camera all the time and take like my DSLR, and he sits there for beautiful photos. Don't know why.
Cute.
My cat
Love
likes
it.
to help when I'm getting ready or
Oh.
taking pictures. Yeah.
Cute.
Yeah.
Here, let me help you.
Just like, here. Can I bite that? That'd be great.
Yeah.
My cat, rest in peace. My cat died at the beginning of the year of old age, but she loved to kind of lie down on the fabric that I was about to cut always. And I was like, can you please move? Well, Milka actually does the same. I was cutting the feathers of the cape of the Star Guardian Rakan from League of Legends,
Mhm.
and she decided to just lay on top. This is a 27 kilograms dog, and I
Oh,
was
jeez.
like, can you please move? And like she could just stay there and look at me like, what I am doing wrong. However, what I have always wanted to do is to have a photo session with a horse. I know how to ride horses, and it's like a disgrace that I haven't then go and ride a horse with one of my links. I hadn't had the chance. The pandemic has been a problem. But someday
I have
I will.
Sorry, I have an offer for a horse, but they're in another state. I have to wait till things kind of settle down still. But I have a friend with a horse who's like, "Come on over, let's do
That's
that."
awesome.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
Also kind of terrifying.
Well, I rode a lot. Like when I was a teenager and stuff, I competed a lot with horses. My original plan career wise was to work with horses. It didn't completely work out, but no, it's okay. They're much more fun as a hobby than as a job. So, but yeah, no, I'm like, this would be just fantastic. I have to figure out how to get the wig over a helmet because I don't want to get on a horse without protecting the head. But yeah, someday.
Yeah,
maybe you could incorporate it into the cosplay somehow.
Yeah, I'll figure it out.
Maybe even make one of the like ancient armor helmets or something that we see.
That's actually a really good idea.
That's great. Yeah, or maybe the rubber armor with the fish.
Yeah, it would work well with the fish too.
Yes.
The fish.
Good ideas.
That's actually funny. I'm not like the kind of cosplayer who's gonna put on wigs and makeup. That's definitely not me. I'm usually gonna go with like a full covering cosplay.
Yep. That's fair.
And everybody thinks I'm a dude.
That's okay.
I mean,
You're a shapeshifter.
You got the proportion of the shoulders and the torso Phantom Zelda so well that I could think you are like a gym junkie guy. You look like really strong. So I mean, I have said this before, and I will say it again. Your sense of proportion is outstanding. Yeah, like you cannot blame people. I mean, look at that. It's just so wide. So yeah.
Then the advantage with that is so I don't need binders.
Oh, true. That is amazing.
There's plenty of room there for all the materials.
Plenty.
I think the only cosplay which I have hidden my face completely is Piranha Plant. And because of the lack of experience, of course, I didn't leave like a good space for being able to see. So I was able to see through like the opening of the mouth, which gave me like, I mean, I could see stuff, but when you also have your mobility limited by a pot, it's kind of dangerous. Unfortunately, I had rehearsed it a lot, so I know where to run because I think you can see if you cannot watch the video of my performance, I will put it somewhere. But at some point, you know the different items that fall in a Smash, a Mario Bros Superstar fell. So it fell in the projection behind me. And Inkling was on the floor and I wanted the star. So with Piranha Plant, I had kind to run like this and jump because you know how it kind of goes like a helicopter to jump. So I had to like move my arms to pretend I was a helicopter and jump with the whole thing to try to get the star that was in the projection. And that was like, I cannot see. So that was like the risky part because I could maybe have thrown my final Smash down. So I had like a puppet of PT Piranha, which is the final Smash of Piranha Plants. And at some point I went behind it and moved it like this big puppet to attack Inkling. So it was like very precarious everything, and because I had no experience kind of using masks that cover my face completely, it was very unnerving.
Mm.
Um, so yeah, maybe for next mask I do, which I honestly have no idea what character could I pick with a mask. I will ask Ron's help, so I'm able to see because I couldn't see. Damn, and it was so heavy. It was very
Oh,
heavy.
yeah.
Yeah.
Dang.
It could
Yeah,
have
I
been
can
worse,
tell.
but it was very heavy.
I know the one cosplay I've done that I don't usually do mask ones, but the ones that's covered I mean I guess it's required the least amount of makeup is the
Mhm.
Sultan from Aladdin.
Hey.
I threw a photo into the
Yeah,
Google
clueless.
Drive just in case, but
We should
Oh,
show it.
please show that. I absolutely love
Yes.
cosplay. Let's show.
Please
it
show
should be
it.
Edokun Sultan
Beautiful.
should be the name on there, but
Oh, whoa. Look at you with your eyes, Ron. My goodness.
Oh, where is it? Where is it?
Hey,
there
so
you go.
cool. I love
that's probably my
it.
most
Weird.
covered up cosplay, but it was a lot of fun. It's very comfy. 10 out of 10.
Nice.
Looks like
Besides the
basically
beard, beard is
pajamas.
not comfy.
Oh, no, I bet not.
love that. I absolutely love that cosplay. It's so important that it is comfy, you know. We
Yep.
cosplayers tend to just kind of really hurt ourselves trying to fit in very uncomfy stuff. And sometimes less is more. In this case, like this is one of my easiest links to wear because it's just like a tonic. It actually doesn't have pants, the original model. I am using pants out of like, I don't know, in case I had to go out and my butt showing on camera. But it doesn't even have pants, so it's like, hey. And that is another thing that I really like about Link in general is that most of his outfits are really comfy, which with other cosplays can become a nightmare. So one of his Piranha Plant was very uncomfy. The forest spirit for Princess Mononoke was also a very uncomfy cosplay.
I bet.
It's super hot. It is. It has the horns. The horns are really big. As it was difficult to walk with it. I almost passed out at a convention because I was like so
Oh,
hot.
Aw.
That's not good, man.
I absolutely love him. Shishigami is probably. It was like the first cosplay I made that I said this honestly looks good. Like, let me just drop it really fast so you can see it. But it was so uncomfortable and like anyway it can be a nightmare, but at least it doesn't have heels. Yeah, so please show the one that is called Yaban Shishigami, which is from a forest spirit of Princess Mononoke. There you go.
wow.
Oh
wow.
wow. Oh my
Funny.
god.
Holy
So
crap.
it's so damn hot, you can't imagine how hot that cosplay was.
Oh
I
my
don't have it
gosh.
anymore. Actually, the brown fabric is currently part of my Barbarian Link cosplay.
Oh, wow.
You
Okay.
skinned the spirit.
So you recycle.
Yeah.
It's very important to recycle. It's very important to repurpose and recycle. And my hat has left the chat. Come on, there it is.
Oh.
I'm
Dang.
going to be Link without a hat for a while. Yeah, so comfy cosplays are always preferred. I really
Yes.
cannot go through some stuff.
Seriously.
I also had like a found costume. I don't have any pictures of it, but a found costume like of a OC. It was not a cosplay, but it had the heels with the hoop. And no, like
That's so
Oh
cool.
yeah,
the
that looks
whole leg.
crazy. Yeah.
And I mean, I can work with that because I danced classic ballet for several years, so my balance is okay. But they hurt like, oh, you can't
Yeah.
imagine how hurt.
I bet.
I love just look at Ron.
I know. You should talk to us about your mask, Ron. Are those LEDs? How did you get the eyes glowing?
I don't know if you.
Wait.
What?
Yeah, because you cannot hear me when I'm wearing this.
Oh, sorry. Put you on the spot.
The mask. Oh my god, the eyes glowing. It's really easy actually. This is foam, LED foam. That's also called plasterboard. So basically, what
Never
I
heard
did,
of this.
I
Oh
cut
yeah,
the shape
those stuff's
of
great.
the eyes I wanted to do. Then I made a hole, put my LED inside, and then it's connected here with some wires, and it's like actually a button battery, and there's a switch.
That is so cool.
Super simple.
Nice.
Like the simplest circuit anyone can do that. That's easy.
The more you know.
The introduction to like, yeah.
So, yeah, this is not a commercial. This pattern is not available on my website because I would like to compete with this costume before I put the patterns online.
Yeah, that's clever
That's
idea.
fair.
Yes.
Yep.
I mean,
Valid.
again, something that judges of competitions really look forward to is a good sense of proportion. So I think you're starting just so well. The people in the chat says, you guys have ever thought of making a podcast?
Oh wow.
I'm very glad
Oh,
that you
Lord.
think the quality of this current stream evokes the possibility of a podcast. Thank you. Glad to be
Yeah.
able to- nice.
That would be fun.
Oh,
I
podcast is a
don't
lot of
think
work.
we have, but we can consider it as one of the upcoming projects of Hyrule Hideout.
Ooh.
Why not? We can see. We can see. It will be fun. I mean, it has been a lot of fun to be able to talk about this
Yeah.
stuff. It kind of feels the whole of conventions again, because in conventions,
really
I don't know
does.
about you, but I really like to just kind of sit down with cosplayers or with people who are into the same stuff as I am and just kind of be like, hey, how you did do?
Yes.
Yep.
That is something I'm really looking forward to conventions to come back so I can find more Hades fans, by the way. I absolutely love Hades, and I have been able to find people who are also into Hades, the video game by Supergiant, due to cosplays. I did Orpheus. I also have like Zagreus Halton. And yes, I just hope to be able to find the Hades people, to find the Hades tribe, wherever they are, beyond the Supergiant Discord server, which is, of course, very busy all the time. And I mean, one thing is being a fan of the same thing, and other thing is to be a fan of the same interest.
Yeah, about the thing.
Yeah, it's just like when you find someone who is like super into Zelda theory and will fight you over the timeline. It's like, that's for you, man, but I am not interested. I honestly am not interested. Right.
We don't talk about the timeline.
Yeah, ain't nobody got time for that.
Yeah.
So yeah, that is what happens when you go to official servers like the Supergiant one. So there is a lot of people who only play the game for the combat mechanics, but skip all the dialogues, which is why? So yeah, I would like to find my tribe, and I trust that my Orpheus specifically will be able to lure the Hades fans, because yeah, it's really a thing. Cosplays help you find the people that has the same interest as you. It's just like finding someone who is reading a book that you really like in public. So the book is recommending you the person, basically.
Right.
Because it's like, if
Right.
they're reading that book, which is great, we have something in common. So the same happens with cosplay. And that is why when I find someone who is cosplaying the same character as me, I get very happy. It's not a competition. It's like, oh yeah, you look more canon. It's the character, the cosplay, telling me that this person has something in common with me, and that we can have a great conversation.
Yeah, absolutely. It does not need to be a competition of I did that cosplay better than you, or oh, they did that cosplay so much better than me. It's not about that. You can still be happy for a person if you guys do the same cosplay. It's fine.
One of my favorite things at conventions, whenever I do Ed, because you usually see a lot of Edward Elric cosplayers at conventions, is you just do the little finger guns as you pass by every one of them.
Yeah.
And I've met a lot of friends just who cosplay Ed, and we all hype each other up with it. It's really, I love meeting people who do the same.
Yeah, and you can do the memes, like the Spider-Man meme or the
Yep.
approach.
I've done that.
I've done that. Yep.
Yeah, I've done that one too.
I did that with the. I did that with the. When I was at KatsuCon 2020, right? I don't know. But I specifically looked out for Skull Kid cosplayers and I found 2. And I was a Skull Kid and I have 2 pictures of that. And one of them actually had a Link with them, and I had my boyfriend with me who was also Link, so it was double Spider-Man points.
Nice.
Oh, that's great.
Nice.
Let's show please the one if it's already on the drive, the one that is called Aizawa meme. So this I yesterday I hosted a panel about photo edition. People in the Discord know that I love to do shit posting with photos because I know how to use Photoshop and no one can stop me. So this is an example. Aizawa is a very common character, as well as My Hero Academia is extremely popular, and we all feel, especially when you are over 25 years old, you really feel why Aizawa is so done with life and just living inside his sleeping bag all day. I was working as a teacher at the time as well, so it was just bound to be done, you know. So yeah, like this is very entertaining, and when you see this or the Spider-Man meme, I also have the Spider-Man meme, but I think the Are You Approaching Me one is really funny. It's just a lot of fun, so you have to take all those chances, and when you see someone cosplaying the same character as you, to make fun stuff, because cosplay is about fun. Cosplay is about making bad jokes. Well, in general terms, my life is about making bad jokes. When you enter to the Discord, people who are new to the Discord, you will see one of our like personal emojis, or like the Discord emojis are animals. So these are cats and dogs of members of the server that I edited so we could use it as emojis. So you can see, especially Erokin's cat is the emoji.
My beautiful cyber.
Oh, okay. So Mitsuko is leaving. Bye, Mitsuko. Thank you for tuning in.
Bye, Mitsuko.
Thank you for joining.
Thanks for coming.
Yeah, it's kind of getting late. Yeah, so Mitsuko's in Germany. It's like 9. I don't know anymore. Yeah. So yeah, we have the cat of the month because it's Friday. And he's got the rainbow on top. So yeah, like just like I'm going to upload, if anyone is interested, I'm going to upload the stream that I made yesterday here in this YouTube channel. So I'm going to maybe make some additions to put like the dead bits, and then it will be there with my advice on Photoshop and like what do you have to have in mind to make sure that your photo editions will come out as you expect them to be.
Nice.
And also you may be able to check on me with more shit posting, like editions. My favorite things to do, really. Just kind of post things. I am that guy who people contact to make prank photos for friends. So, for example, my brother sent me photos of his friends while they were asleep, and I could put them on like.
Oh my God.
That's pretty great.
So yeah, like once you get Photoshop, just get more memes, and it's so fun. And getting more people with your same cosplay is just the best opportunity to exploit that before Adobe punishes me for using their products or something.
So hobbies.miscellaneous asks if anyone has been song bombed at a con. I'm guessing that means like if you're cosplaying somebody from like an anime or something and somebody comes up to you and starts singing the theme song.
It's playing like on their phone.
That should be. Yep. Every time I dress as Yugi. Every single time. Every single con.
Oh gosh.
Never, because people don't recognize my characters.
Oh, we lost Steggy. Anyway.
Oh
no. Oh, yes.
Well, hopefully she comes back. Anyway, yeah. has definitely happened. Oh no, their interwebs dropped. Okay.
Interwebs.
Well, thoughts and prayers. Hopefully she comes back. That's happened to me when I've done a Critical Role cosplay of Vex and Percy. It will do that to us.
I didn't quite get song bombed, but something really funny happened with my Shishigami cosplay. So with the forest spirit from Princess Mononoke. So I live in a town outside of Bogota. Bogota is a 10 million people city. It's very big. So I lived in the outskirts, and I was going to the Sofa Con, which is the biggest con in Bogota, and it's a long distance. And because in the venue where Sofa happens, there is no lockers or no way to change. I just put on the whole costume and just carry my horns all the way in the bus, and then. So people were looking very funny to me because it's not usual, and I look like Rafiki from The Lion King, and I don't have the horns on. So everybody was very confused. By the time I arrived to the station, I had to walk maybe 7 blocks to the venue. So I put the horns on and I started walking like that. And I went to a cross with a traffic light. And while I was waiting in the traffic light, some people saw me with the horns, and they came out of their truck. It was like 3 or 4 men, and they started to sing to me a song that is called El Venado, which means the deer in Spanish. And the thing is that horny, like the word horny in Spanish means someone who has been cheated on.
Oh.
So when I put the horns on you, is that I cheated on you with someone else. So there is this song called The Deer that kind of says, I don't want people to call me the deer because my wife cheated on me. That's more or less the song. So because these guys saw me with the horns, they came out of the truck and started singing that song to me.
Oh no.
In a traffic light.
Oh no.
And it was so hilarious. You can't that's the funniest thing. So I was just like, El Venao, El Venao. And then I crossed the street like a crazy while singing El Venado. And it was like I just arrived to the con in such a good mood because these people decided to sing El Venado to me. And it was good because people started to confuse my cosplay with very strange things. So someone said that I was a lion. I had the horns on, but I was a lion for some reason. A kid said that I am Groot. So I was not
gosh.
Groot. Oh my. The kid saw me and told his father, look, it is I am Groot.
Oh, so cute.
So close. So far.
Some toddlers thought that I was a dog and actually addressed me as a dog, not as a human, like very small kids. 3 years old, 2 years
Kinda
old.
cute.
So they could pull from my ears or from my lips. So
Wow.
like that, it was a very crazy experience. But it started with El Venado, and I really loved that. It was so funny. El Venado. But we should be like song bombed with Zelda, and so far that hasn't happened to me.
Not so much.
Oh, hello, Kirk Clarkson. So Kirk Clarkson is on the chat, and he says, all of your outfits on they look bombed. Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, you're so nice. Thank you.
I'm not wearing anything special.
You put your hat on earlier.
Diamond says, oh yes, my favorite Studio Ghibli character. I am Groot.
Yeah.
Yes. There we
What
go.
is the wildest confusion that you have received, Kai? Like someone who really didn't get your costume. What was the wildest?
Oh wow.
I had someone come up to me as I'm dressed as Yugi, looked me dead in the eye, and went, I love your Goku cosplay. And then walked away. One of my friends at the table, he had a drink in his hand and he just set it down and he goes, Goku. And just I don't know how you take that in. I've had the Yami Yugi switch the entire time. Never had the Goku before.
I do a shiny Vaporeon too, and the first place I wore that at, everyone thought I was Spearow the Dragon.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was like,
It's the
sure.
colors.
Yeah.
I mean, I kind of see it, but at the same time, it's like, no.
Well, the people who did recognize it were very excited, but most people
Oh, yeah, I'm
don't get
sure.
what you're doing.
The thing is, like, I did not take the Phantom anywhere yet, but someone said, like, your Shovel Knight is super cute.
Shovel?
Shovel Knight.
Right?
Oh, gosh.
This is not
I
a shovel! This is a fucking big...
It's not even the shape of a shovel.
Why?
No, but like, that's the wrong color. It's blue. I mean,
That's pretty great.
would be worse. At least it's a knight of some sort.
I mean, at some point, it's very funny to see what people come up with. I also had for my medicine seller from Mononoke, not the movie, the TV show. Someone thought that it was a Gijinka or like a Hylian version of Majora. And I was like, that's a lot of imagination, bro. But I mean, it has kind of, it doesn't have the same color scheme, but it has some eyes. Like the medicine seller wears a long sleeved kimono, and in the sleeves you can see eyes. That's
Okay.
and the eyes are like red. That's the only resemblance. And I was like, visionary. I honestly, but that's fine. I mean, people try. And sometimes, I mean, it makes for great anecdotes afterwards. Like the "I am Groot" thing, I will never get over it. It's too funny. Not as funny as like when people try to make the inner joke, but it's like, for example, I really don't like, and has to be with my gender identity, but when people say like, oh, you are the green Zelda, or like you're cosplaying Zelda, when it's obvious that you're cosplaying Link.
Yeah.
Just because it's the joke that Link is called da da da. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
What
that
if,
is
like,
Ha ha ha.
what if
I get
Zelda
it,
was
but
a girl?
please don't. Yeah.
Yes.
Now, if someone told me that I was cosplaying the elf Luigi once, and that was very funny.
Elf Luigi.
Okay.
Okay. That's unique for sure.
All right.
And I love Luigi. I love Waluigi more, but
Wow.
oh, Yarntastic says, every time someone calls me Zelda when I'm cosplaying as Link, I troll them and say I am Kirby's World.
Kirby's World?
I have been mistaken as Peter Pan, says Hobbies. Yes, I mean, do you see me right now?
Yeah, for sure.
Everybody
That
in the
one
room-
definitely is Peter Pan.
Everyone's gonna think you're Peter Pan.
Uh-huh.
I
Peter
have
Pan
little
for sure.
My dad purposely calls me like either Peter Pan or Robin Hood whenever I'm wearing Link. And I'm like, you know this by now. You know this.
He's just doing the dad thing.
Yeah.
It's his job.
My parents don't like cosplay in general, and my mother doesn't like video games. So every time I appear with a cosplay, they are just like, okay.
Oh, that's your thing.
But they like the fact that I have learned how to make the different things with sewing. Sewing. So at least that there's that, like they recognize the skill that goes with it.
Yeah.
So
Have you now
anyway,
become their personal seamstress? Or seamster?
Yeah, to an extent, yeah. But now they live in a different province, let's say. So I am partially free.
Yay! Mm-hmm. You guys get that as well when people are like, oh, you guys, you do costumes? Can you sew this for me?
Yes.
Like,
I get that with wigs all the time, and I'm like,
oh, wigs. Yeah, with wigs. I had my extended family. My extended family is huge, and my father has 7 siblings, and so does my mother. So one has my all my uncles and aunts asking me to bring all my weeks to a family meeting that we were having in my house. All my weeks, so all of them could try all my weeks. I was just like, no. I had 2 Halloween weeks lying somewhere, like those really, really cheap ones. So I brought those and allowed them to destroy them, and that saved the day. My weeks, my weeks are not super high quality. They're like pretty normal. But no, it's kind of like gross in a way. Like you're putting this on many heads, like me.
Yeah.
And they get tangled. I had many long wigs at the time. No, mostly of my characters currently have short hair because I cannot deal with long hair. I mean, the only long wig that I currently have is Orpheus. But whatever. It's Orpheus is really light because he has like a big volume, like a visual key singer.
At least Orpheus is supposed to be tangled.
Yeah.
And it's
Yeah,
super
that's nice.
tangled already. Yeah. So I don't have to worry about that. If it looks like a rat nest, I did it right.
Hey.
It was probably my blue hair now.
Oh, look at that beautiful bokoblin. Look at that.
Oh, look at it. Look at her strutter stuff.
Gorgeous.
They're ready for the fashion show.
Whoops.
Oh.
Oh, fun fact about my chic wig is I actually retrofitted it from Rapunzel wig. This guy, she used to be at least 1.5 feet longer than this, and it was so heavy and so hot. I just cut the crap out of it, and it feels a lot better now.
I've got a friend who does Rapunzel, and her wig weighs between 5 to 10 pounds.
Oh my god.
We have to have 3 of us get it on her head every time we go to the convention. And we've had to do modifications to make it sit right. Yeah.
Oh wow.
It's
That's
gorgeous.
scary.
It lights up. It's a nightmare.
Oh, wow,
Yeah.
that's awesome.
Yeah,
deal.
I'm trying to go to the wigs that are big but upwards. So
Yeah.
this
Those
is
are the fun ones.
my Rakan wig from League of Legends.
Nice.
And it's super cheap. Like it's a Halloween wig, and so it's immortal, and it's not too
Immortal.
long, but it goes up a lot, and it looks nice and has little ears. So this is the kind of projects that I will engage with in wigs, but I will not use a long wig. The last long wig that I had before Orpheus was for a manga character of a very small manga that is called Anime Mind. So it's a girl with a long black hair up to the hips. Ugh. Absolutely no.
You're gonna see
No,
me live.
I hated
Putting
every
on-
second of it.
I've got Inuyasha, and that is I'm so happy I've teased some of the inside of that wig because brushing just the outer layer, I hate myself every single time. It goes down to my feet.
Oh my god.
Oh
gosh.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, that used to be this one, and I absolutely hated brushing her
Yeah.
so much.
Mhm.
I already hate when I have to rebraid this. We're not.
Yeah.
I don't know where my Evelyn wig is though.
So this is my first time ever wearing a wig. I have no idea what I'm doing.
Just now? This is your first time?
Yeah, I just took it out of the package.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my god! I mean,
Well,
you throw it on your
congratulations.
head. You got it.
Yeah, you got it.
Hey.
I don't know what to do with this.
It looks
Okay,
like
now you get into the wig styling. That's always fun.
Yeah, that's the real fun part.
Yeah.
I look
Yeah.
like an 80s rock star or something.
nice. And it looks like Sammy has her wig.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I love
Oh,
that.
yeah.
Oh, is that Tails?
No, this is Volinx, and then I put it in a ponytail to use as Knuckles.
Oh, that's what I meant. I meant Knuckles, sorry.
It's staying in a ponytail because it looks good.
It does.
It looks really good.
Proposing wigs for different characters is always fun. Sometimes they don't have anything to do. I use the same wig for Annabeth from the Percy Jackson series
Mhm.
and Hollywood from the adult animation Cool World. So you
Okay.
couldn't find characters that are like in personality more different. It's just abysmal, but they have the same wig.
Nice.
Got a toupee.
Oh my gosh.
Ooh, got caught.
Oh no.
Freedom.
Freedom.
Diamond
Oh,
says that she brushes her own hair and it goes to the bottom of her back.
Heavy.
Wow.
Oh my
her hair is
god.
so long. You know, my sister-in-law is the same, and I don't understand. I just
My hair when I was young, because when I used to do ed when I was a kid at 12, I used my own hair and so glad to snip it away. Do not need that anymore.
Mhm.
no,
So,
like my real hair is up to here now, and it's
Mm.
like long already.
mhm.
My
Mine's at that
hair
point.
was
I'm
down to my,
getting it cut. You
and I
can't.
cut it 2 years ago.
I've been cutting my own hair. Like I had my hair kind of long before, and then one day I'm like, I'm tired, and I literally just went into the bathroom and just cut it. And I was like, "What did you do?" And I'm like, "It's called fashion." and I just trimmed it up, and now it looks like this. And I'm like,
It looks great.
It looks great, yeah.
"Ow."
Not bad at
I-
all.
That's heavy.
I trust myself with the bangs and the sides. I'll cut those the entire way, but the second I take the scissors to the back, I'm like, all right, we're booking that cut appointment. Time to go.
So from the Discord disc, or Simon says, I nearly crashed my mom's car while listening to the panel. I didn't though, so we good. The panel is dope.
Oh my gosh.
What the heck?
Irresponsible
Be
for
careful.
anyone
Yeah.
watching
Yeah.
this.
Maybe we should be more often.
Yeah.
We need an advisory announcement. Be careful of operating vehicles or equipment when watching this stream. Oh my gosh.
That reminds me that there is one thing that I really love to watch, which is Bollywood movies. So movies made in India. And I have considered several times trying to make a cosplay of one of the characters from my favorite Indian movies. They are extremely complicated, super, super expensive. So I'm like, hey. But there is one one of my favorite musical numbers, because that will go as well with the choreographies. I have an introduction to Bollywood dancing and Bharatanatyam specifically, which is one of the classical dances of India. So I would like to make the cosplay and eventually dance. And there is one of the dances that I really like the most, that in the middle of it, for no good reason, has a huge warning sign about the risk of smoking. So the character is like a temptress woman, and she has a what do you call this thing to make fire?
Match.
Oh, yeah, a match.
So she has a match, and she's so hot that she turns like lights it with her skin, like she like you know. And then she approaches to a guy like from the crowd who then lights his cigarette with it. And in that moment, in
Oh.
the middle of the dance, with no previous kind of warning or anything, a huge sign appears in the screen, like smoking is harmful for your health. And it's so funny.
That's so
it just
funny.
takes you out of
Wow.
the immersion completely. It's hilarious, extremely hilarious. Yeah, I just kind of remember that we need to have like yeah. So but yeah, that will be a very interesting project to make some of the Bollywood costumes. They have cultural significance as well. So it's not just like I'm going to throw it whatever or however I please. You really have to know what character are you doing. So I could go for a character that is more like a everyday person story instead of like one of the big generals or the princesses, because that could be insensitive. And of course, I mean, I love Indian culture. I have tried to learn as much as I can of it, but I live literally in the other side of the world, and I have to keep that in mind. But I mean, movies are movies.
Yeah.
So yeah, maybe that will be great, and it will be such a challenge in terms of finding the fabric and all these little jewels and the crystals and there are some really, really strange cuts that we don't really have in the West. So that's a project for future me. Right now, I barely can just see a straight line. I am tired. I am so tired.
Nice. And did we have anything else we wanted to talk about? I know we had some stuff in
I have more crops. If you want.
More commercials.
So this
Hey.
beautiful boomerang, you can find the pattern for free on my website.
Hey.
Hope you get a lot of traffic on your website, really.
I hope.
About to get some from me.
I do a lot of promotion.
Yeah, definitely.
You have an exotic dancer, says Ori. Well, kind of. I mean, the thing is, depending on your point of like your location and your upbringing in the world, things are going to look exotic or not. I am part of the global south. I am part of the third world. So of course, most of the things that I do and know are exotic for like the global north, United States and so on. But yeah, at this point, I think I can become an exotic dancer.
Sure,
and ask for money. Anyway.
No, you can't do anything for free, girl. Can't do it.
Seriously.
Just me doing
honey.
for free.
That's why I said you are the most generous cosplayer out there. Because you
Exactly.
that's great. For example, Saverick, who is the one again, Red Dead Ganondorf. He also makes his own patterns, and you can see in his clip the 4 masks of the bosses of Majora's Mask at the beginning. But he sells the finished masks. I know he has an Etsy store. He wants the patterns. I mean, Majora, you have like a lot of options for Majora, but the 4 bosses, I don't think I have seen anyone with those masks besides Saverick. I'm pretty sure someone has them, but I haven't seen them. The same thing that is, we got many cosplayers and we have been growing our community, but there's so much people out there yet to be discovered. So anyway, I think we should be wrapping up.
I have one last commercial.
Go for the commercial.
One last commercial.
Go for it.
Can I do a commercial?
So
Yes, of
I'm
course.
not gonna show any props right now for my new commercial because that's something I'm currently working on. Since Skyward Sword is coming out very soon, so be releasing templates for all the shields in Skyward Sword because I love shields. That's like 10 of them. So the templates are going to be available on the website this month. And I'm thinking also about making templates for all the swords in Skyward Sword.
Yes, you should do that.
Sword.
Yes, swords.
Yeah.
So that's coming. That's going to come before the game comes out.
Yay.
Okay, cool.
So be
Nice.
sure everybody,
Yay.
8c_cosplay you can find on Facebook and also on the blog itself.
I did just drop her blog spot in the chat for anybody who's interested. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Diamond says these commercials are great, man.
Cool.
Sammy,
So,
you had commercial as well, Sammy. What do you have to show us?
One of my earbuds fell.
Oh, something fell.
My chalkboard fell. It scared me.
Well,
Hello.
I got my Lincoln Zelda plushies that I like.
oh, so cute.
They got snaps on the hands so that they can hold hands.
Oh, the best.
I love them.
That's so
Bye.
cute. So you
So
all
cute.
sell through Etsy, right?
Yes.
Or what is Etsy?
My Etsy
So-
is like something different, but you can find the link in my bio.
Yeah, it's
like
in
my
your link
Instagram.
tree, I believe.
So it is Sammy is weird. The is with a Z instead of an S. Also, I think in every platform. Who else has something to offer to our lovely audience today?
Yeah, I've got that print that my wonderful husband made, which I have a picture in the drive. What's it called? It's called Link
Oh, there you
Print.
go.
The Zelda
Oh,
F90 Link Print.
Oh,
This
good.
is our new boy.
oh wow.
It's the boy.
Yeah.
Him.
And it is available on my shop if you are able to go to my market. I'm on Windfall Island, Zelda Elf 90 on there. You can purchase that if you so desire, along with all of my little stickers that I showed earlier, including this little guy, which you will get for free with any purchase.
No, guys, excellent. I'm glad someone is actually using this platform to monetize in some way.
Yeah.
I'm literally like, what do you have to offer? Like, to what? But I'm like, my love and support. I don't have to.
Show
Yeah,
your
exactly.
wares.
My love and
for
support.
free.
Okay, I tried to send the link. Also, someone asked, but it didn't show in the chat. So basically, look me up on Facebook, AG Cosplay, or on Instagram, and you're gonna find the link to the website from there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's in the
Sorry.
chat.
Michael
don't know, it
said,
doesn't-
don't forget your prints.
Yeah, you say to remember your prints.
Yep. My prints. Don't forget my prints.
Oh, but
Yeah, I
because
also have
we can
prints of
actually
my
show those.
cosplay. We can. I feel really like shy about it though, because like it's so weird. I don't know if I would actually buy prints of a cosplayer, but there are people out there that do that. And I did have professionally done photos for the very first time I've ever done that for any of my cosplays before. We had a really good friend take them, who is also a huge Zelda fan. His name on Instagram is Dimensional Images, I believe, or Dimensional Photography. It says it in the little watermark in the photo. That'll just be if you want to throw up Chic 1. That's
Zelda 90 Chic 1, I think it is. There you go.
There you go.
So
That's so
good.
good.
yeah. Oh, I'm covering up the little logo. Maybe I can look up myself to see who.
There you go.
It is Dimensional Images, I think it says. It's kind of hard to read. But yeah, I've got that one up for sale if you want. I can't remember what the other one I put up there was, but yeah, if you want, it's there. Oh, look, you can see my booty. I think I have one of me in the tunnel too up there too, which I think
there
is
you
so
go.
cool.
So
I was
good.
so
I love
happy
that
to get
one.
some
The
in the
lighting and
tunnel.
the colors.
That's so cool.
He's fun. And I have one of the back as well, which is not that's something I did that's not, I think, in any designs for Chic at all, but that's something that I wanted to do because I had something to do with the back, and I was like, hey, that's probably not going to show up in a lot of photos, so let's just put something back there. He's fun.
Excellent. I had prints for a while. I think I still have some. And the funny thing is that from all my characters, the one who sold out, the only one who sold out was Gerudo by Link. Does that surprise anybody?
Yeah, to no one's shock.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So is there anyone else who wants to promote their stuff before we wrap out and thank our lovely audience who have stayed with us for, I think, 3 hours now?
Oh my gosh. Wow. Thanks for sticking around.
Yeah.
Thanks for listening to us ramble.
It has been so fun. For the people who just joined the Discord, thank you very much. And I hope that you find a lovely place there and to express your creativity and your love for Zelda. Again, you can follow us in our different social media and also to all the people who participated in the show. So actually, when the stream ends, we are going to be shifting between our like thank you screen and a screen that has the usernames of all the participants. You can also, if you go to the Hyrule Hideout page in Zelda Creator Con, which is in Castle Town Market, if I'm not mistaken, you can also find this image in which you will see the names of everybody. They are organized by the operation order. So you will be able to just follow all these creators. There you go. We can see it there. So all the creators that participated are there. Please go and support them. Check what they have done. Check it. A lot of them are Zelda specialized. Others have multiple fandoms. But everybody has like amazing stuff. We are very, very grateful for everybody who got on board for the project and to be able to achieve diversity in and like all terms, you know, nationality, ethnicity, gender, age, level of skill, everything. So this has been fantastic, and it's alive still. It's not a photo that you submit on Instagram and never look at again. This counts. Thank you very much. I think we are about 2,000 views on YouTube alone. So it's very gratifying for us to have all like the support. We read all the comments that you leave, of course, and thank you everybody. So that will be it. And
before we go, I would like to thank our producer, Josh.
Thank you so much,
the
Josh.
guy behind the scenes. Thank you, Josh.
Yes.
You are
Josh.
awesome.
Who made everything possible. Thank you very much, Josh. Everybody in the chat say thank you to Josh as well.
Yes, do it.
Yes, and thank you to our wonderful MC Yaban,
Yay.
who also did all of the wonderful graphics and put together the whole video for the 35th anniversary. You are Superman. Thank you so much.
This is my superpower. Right. Okay, guys. So have a lovely rest of your day. Visit all the markets. Check the streams of the other creators in Zelda Creator Con. Have a lovely Zelda weekend. The event goes until tomorrow night, and you will be able to access all the markets and the information for 2 weeks after the end of the convention. So check, because everything is amazing all across the board in all the 5 markets. More than 200 creators. So again, and also thank you very much to Joel and to the people at Link Tower to make Zelda Creator Con a reality. Fantastic job.
Yes.
Thank you.
Dejen, my friend.
Thanks.